What up,
Hey.
people? What up, people? It's that time every 4 years. It's the World Cup, and yes, the champs are in the building. And as promised, I was going to be just as shameless and just as unbearable as I said. Jake's one's incoming. Cal, show me your one. Show the people what you got going on. That's right. The champs are in the building.
Mine's on back order. It's coming. It's on the way.
It's all right.
Hey, but for the next month, let's go, baby.
Yeah. Well, we'll get into all of that. It's the 2026 World Cup is what? Well, Jake, you're in the host nation right now. So how far is it from now? It's tonight.
For me, it's like what 6 hours? 8 hours. 8 hours.
8 hours from now, we'll be kicking off the this year's version, 2026 FIFA World Cup. And today we have going to give you a comprehensive preview of the tournament. By the way, if anybody didn't check out, go to Cup Chasers. They had one of these shows last night. Big up, Jake.
One of my OG analysts was on too.
We're going to do it here. So just to give to you guys what we're going to do, we are going to go through all of the games in the group quickly as we possibly can. We're just going to pick kind of like win, lose, or draw, whatever, not like scores because how the fuck?
No, that'd be crazy. That would take forever.
That would be fucking taking forever. But also the top 26 players in this World Cup that will impact this World Cup. But however you want to define what that means. Jake, I, and Cal all have our own lists for that. So we probably have our own definitions, all three of us, of what that means. But we'll get into that. And we'll get into the insane original top 26 that were provided by my buddies at First Things First. And we will correct them as we go along. But anyway, guys, Jake, Cal, how you going? You guys excited for the World Cup?
Of course. As I said it backstage, I'll say it again. I'm more hating on teams than cheering for teams. There's a couple teams I want to win, but there's a couple teams I really don't want to win.
Hey, there's some good value out there, Cal. You might want to get some bets in and have something to cheer for.
I'll be hating on some big teams.
I don't know about you, Cal. I got three nations because I'm, of course, three nationalities: Australia, America. Two of them play each other in the group, and of course, the Three Lions in England. So if you speak English and you're not Scottish, I go for you.
Love it.
Yeah, and obviously, Jake, you're repping the
oh yeah, of course, got to
Team USA. Look, according to First Things First, we might as well get into it. You guys got a shitload of great players in the 26 best players that will. What's the terminology that will define the World Cup?
We're the best. Didn't you know that? We got all the best players, man. I don't know if you realize that or not.
According to First Take. Yes.
That was crazy, man. I actually saw that before you sent it to me, and I was like, "This is." I immediately dismissed it. I was like, "What are you guys doing?"
And I have been holding back just because it was like we're in the middle of the title race. I'm not going to get involved in like the whole conversation. It felt like the World Cup wasn't really quite time yet. Then I'm bringing it back. We're going to do it because today, actually, instead of really talking about Arsenal, which we always do, this will be a general footballing conversation about football, which I actually am so excited to have with you two. We get to kind of just cover kind of everybody. So everybody in the chat, also make sure you're liking and subscribing. And of course, to all our regulars, just get involved in the conversation because, we have some very interesting, I would say controversial topics. And obviously, I reckon the three of us are going to get into a bit of disagreements over the top 26, I'm sure. But I'm sure we're all going to agree.
That top 26, that's going to be fun as hell.
We're going to get into that right now. Because I'm going to leave the predictions of the World Cup till later because we'll kind of like end the pod saying who we think will be the winners of the World Cup. Keep the people in suspense. But this one I got Jake and I got Cal to do a little bit of homework, come back and where is this Where is the screen thing that I want to use? Here we go. So this was first things first. This was a video they did a few months ago. And here we're going to go through their top 26.
Is this an American show?
It is an American show.
It's very American.
Come on, bro.
But
Like,
dude,
you knew they were. You knew they were going to be on smoke.
Sorry, Jake. I've seen plenty of Australian shows, and none of them are biased enough to put any Australian in the top 26 players that will define the World Cup.
We knew that Americans talking about a World Cup in America was going to be some high level arrogance.
I don't even think it's arrogance. I'll say this. I love the First Take guys because I like basketball, so I always watch their stuff for basketball. Not into football, so I don't watch their football stuff, like American football.
Big up the Knicks, by the way. What a comeback last night.
Dude, don't get me started. Don't
a comeback last night from the Knicks.
Let's not talk about that.
Are you not a Knicks fan? Uh-oh.
It's not like I'm not a Knicks fan. It's just De'Aaron Fox is the worst basketball player in the history of mankind. This guy should be sent to the gulag.
I didn't mean to put that out there. I'm sorry.
Like let's not go there.
We'll move on. We'll move on.
Well, see, that's a sport where Americans will actually end up in the top 26. All of them would be up. No, well, look, Wembanyama, he's in the finals now.
Dude, it's so weird
Giannis,
that the NBA finals is going on. As a basketball fan, as well as a football fan, it's so weird that it's the finals and the World Cup starting. It's so bizarre.
You know the Stanley Cup is happening right now as well
in the United States.
You know that, right, Cal? The Stanley Cup, the finals of hockey in America, that's going on too. Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah. The Carolina Hurricanes, where I'm from, they're killing it, bro. 2-2 in the Stanley Cup finals.
Oh, that makes
it's all happening, baby. It's all happening right now.
This is actually the best time of the year for sports. Like we just finished the Premier League, and then you have NFL doesn't go into training camp for another month, right?
Oh, sorry.
Like Americans are literally watching basketball and hockey right now. That's literally the country.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Because football season's over, so no one's watching football. So everyone's either watching basketball or hockey. Those are like the top three. Like
there you go. There you go.
No, it's actually ridiculous. I mean, that's not even like the worst thing. To be honest, people complain about the World Cup all the time. But that's not even like the worst thing going on in terms of America hosting the World Cup. Like, did you guys hear about the Somalian referee that was sent home?
Yeah.
I don't know what Jake thinks about that, because obviously that's a country you live in. But actually, quick thoughts, both of you guys. What do you guys think about that? Like, a lot of controversy.
Understand.
Yeah.
I understand. I think it's dumb, but I understand why it happened. And it has nothing at all to do with the man himself. It has nothing to do with, the World Cup or soccer, football, whatever. It has nothing to do with any of it. It has everything to do with a political situation that it was already here, that was already going on before the Copa, before the tournament was even set to get going, before any of this even came about. And and across the world right now, immigration is an issue in everywhere, and Trump has just tried to crack down on it. And this is just one of those things that's part of a policy. And, not all policies can catch everything that they should and make everything the right way that they should. And this is one of those things that is just, it's a shame. It's a shame, really. They said that he had connections with known terrorist groups. And I think
that sounds like BS.
It sounds pathetic to me.
He's a referee.
He's not winning. All he's doing, he's winning awards in Africa for being the best referee for Africa.
Yeah, I think it's ridiculous.
And that's what we freaking need. We need good referees. What we're gonna get instead?
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's some kind of political stunt. There's something behind the scenes that we don't know about. I think it's ridiculous.
I honestly think that they should have had things in place where, if you're on official business for the World Cup, that they should have been exceptions. But because it's like if you're gonna host, and this is the problem that as someone who's like from someone who's not an not an American perspective, if you're gonna host the whole World Cup, you gotta host the world. Like if this was something that you weren't interested in, you could just say, we're not really interested in doing this right now or whatever. Because at the end of the day, it's like every country wants to host the World Cup. You have to bid for it. You have to like buy into it. Like it's something that you want to do. So if you're that strict, like I can understand you saying, you don't want people with criminal records. You don't want people with links to criminal organizations, and you don't want people who have, let's say if he had like a family member that was known to be in a terrorist organization or something like that. Technically, it wouldn't be his fault, but I could understand them going, well, hey, this is alarm bells or something like that. But if it's just a regular dude and he's just here for the World Cup and it's the World Cup, then it's something that they should have just made an exception for, and it's just bad publicity for the US, to be honest with you, because not everyone's hating on the US. Like I'm telling you right now, like people are hating on the US.
You're talking about people who watch the World Cup to hate, Jake. Hate to break it to you, but
here's the thing. Here's the thing about it that a lot of people probably aren't considering. When the US was awarded the bid, like when our bid was accepted and we were awarded this tournament however many years ago, it was a different administration. That put that proposal together. And not only was it like it was a polar opposite administration. And so when Trump got the reins, when the Trump administration got the reins for the tournament and started trying to implement stuff that was completely opposite from what FIFA was told to begin with, that's where the chaos began.
And not only that, it's very weird for just from the outside looking in, for Western country to change that much that quickly, because in the West, even though there's always left and right, it's usually like things don't change that much that quickly. Like things generally tend to stay the same a lot of the times.
American politics these days are so far apart.
That's what
it's so far apart these days.
It was never even like, even when I think about the past, I don't think it's been this much of a swing. I've never seen this much of a swing, like back and forth. It was always a little bit more central, but we're getting into politics now. But that being said, one of the boys
always affect the cause.
Like give my I'm bubbling
one of the guys.
Of my little,
one of the guys. This is a little bit of a joke. I'm not sure if you're gonna think it's funny. But one of the guys at work said he wants America and Iran to make it to the round of 16 and play it off there.
Bro.
Look, everyone knows my religious background, right? And so, but even for me, I wouldn't mind Iran just winning and getting it through. So that's a big fuck you, because at the moment they're having to play all their games in Mexico to kind of stay out of America.
Yeah.
The further they go into the tournament, let's say they like progress into the knockout phases where they have to play in America at some point. Let's make it to the World Cup final and they have to go to New York.
It's really funny because of because the Middle Eastern nations are probably more used to the heat than the European nations in America. They probably have a good chance of getting it to later stages. I'm not even trying to.
Iran doesn't know, but Iran doesn't. Some of the Saharan countries might. I feel like the heat, Egypt, as far as the heat's concerned, it's the Asian and it's like the Northern Asian and the European teams that are going to struggle, but like
Ivory Coast, Asia is hot as fuck. Sorry,
I'm
Pennsylvania.
Is South Korea hot as fuck?
Nah, like it wouldn't be. Like maybe
that's what I'm saying. So like the Southern Asian nations will be fine. The Saharan African nations will be fine. The
Southern Europeans mightn't be that bad either. Like the Spanish, Spain.
The Aussies will be fine.
But Norway, Sweden,
oh my God,
England
has some hot summers. England has some hot summers.
I don't know if you know what.
Even during the Champions League final, we played in the heat.
Yeah, but 95 degrees with 70% humidity, and it feels like 125 outside because it's wet. Because have you ever been in an environment where when you go outside, you immediately begin to sweat, and then you're like, all right, I have to go take a shower. And when you get out of the shower, you never cool down.
Yeah,
you're just still sweating.
Where my girlfriend lives.
That's what it's like in Miami, bro. That's what it's like in Miami.
Oh yeah,
where all the Argentina games are, where Messi fans flock and live nowadays. That's what the weather's like. So any game in Miami is just going to be brutal. Yeah. But some of the stadiums have roofs. So like in Atlanta, Mercedes-Benz, magnificent. That is the craziest, biggest, most modern stadium I've ever been to. It's amazing.
SoFi also has games, right? In LA, right?
Absolutely. USA's first game on Friday is at SoFi.
Does Vegas have games? No.
Vegas? No. They have a great
stadium. Why didn't they use some of the stadiums that they used? I'm like, Kansas City. I'm like, what? Okay.
Dude, Arrowhead is that stadium is huge.
Yeah, I know, awesome. But it's just like it's not a state of the art. If I were,
it's like, still a really popular stadium in America.
In other World Cups, they've had to build like stadiums from scratch so it could be up to a certain level.
That was part of our bid, bro. We were never going to have to build anything.
Yeah,
that was part of our bid because we already have the infrastructure.
Replace the grass. All they have to do is
I know, but I'm just saying, like, there's so many great like new.
That's the biggest issue, Cal. You've nailed it. That's the biggest issue with American stadiums.
By the way,
most of them are made for football, American football, right?
Yeah,
so it's like the grass is
the pitches as well.
That's what I'm saying. The grass is like some of it,
you guys are like, your players are like, because they've been training on the grass now, they're like, we don't want to go back because it's just better. It's just better, man. It's better than
it is. Because in America, the stadium is $1 billion or something, and the field is whatever. But like in England, the actual pitch is more than Stamford Bridge itself. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
the pitch is important. Like, you don't even like want people walking on the pitch before games, really. Like,
right. But we have pre-game shows and halftime shows, and we got little kids on the field.
Yeah.
Dude, in Charleston, where I used to live, at the halftime of the local team, they would let randoms run onto the field and like play around during halftime. Yeah, they don't. Yeah. There's
you saw it in the Super Bowl. Literally, they made a maze out of corn for Bad Bunny, and it's like, how the fuck are they going to play a football game here now as well? After
they're doing that for the final. There's going to be like a 35-minute halftime show for the final.
That's awesome.
Like the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's cool. We need that.
Good luck.
The Champions League one was pretty lame. We had the Killers before the kickoff, and even then, I'm looking at it, I'm like, dude, they've had this whole fucking stage here. Like, where's the pitch? Like, we're just gonna play on this.
No, it's gonna be like Shakira, like the most beloved Spanish singer in the entire globe is gonna be the headliner. Probably
she does the intro for my video.
She'll probably be the headline act at the halftime show if I had to guess.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, let's kick on. Let's go to our 26. Let's start off here with the first things first, guys. This is a bit of comedic relief. So for all of our non-casual football fans who actually watch the sport, this is going to feel a bit silly to you, but that's the point. So, and then we're going to take the piss out of them. So this is good. By the way, just a bit of a background on these guys. A lot of my content that I make, Anton's Tears are actually Upset Alert, they're actually original first things first concepts that I brought to football world. So this is kind of like the reverse. This is like them doing the you know what I mean? Like, so let's hit it. This is their top 26 players who will define 2026 FIFA World Cup.
I've got a winner that I'm going to give out during this show.
Wow.
I can't wait.
Let's go. Okay. Here comes the countdown. We're going to start with Weston McKennie of the United States of America. Listen, he's 27 years old. He plays for Juventus. He can play literally any position but keeper. He's in the midst of his best club season, including scoring 4 goals in the Champions League. If the United States is finally going to
make it past their glass ceiling of the round of 16 and return to the quarterfinals.
Yeah, you guys don't have any
He might
killers,
be
man.
the single
We
most
do.
influential
We do.
player.
Absolutely, we do.
And as you're
We
seeing
have
the
one.
highlights, you're going to see him all over the pitch playing again. You know, any of 10
Okay, all right. I can't even. That's the number two. The headline here is Weston McKennie. Sorry, Jake. I mean, no offense, but you know what? When Cal saw this video, what did you ask me?
Said who's Weston McKennie? Apparently, he plays for Juventus.
He starts every game for Juventus. But the problem was Juventus were shit this season.
It's not like it's Andrea Pirlo.
They were terrible.
All right, guys.
They didn't even
let's
make
start.
the Champions League.
Let's start. We all three of
Awful.
us have our list. Who wants to go first? Who do you guys have at 26?
Oh, I didn't rank mine. I just put them in.
Ah, see, I
Oh,
ranked
you-
mine.
I ranked mine as well.
All right, Kyle, you go first. Well, Jake will think about it.
Yeah, let me look at. Yeah, let me. Look
I
at my
have
bracket.
Antoine Semenyo as my number 26.
That's a
because,
good shout. That's a good shout. Yeah, for
Just
Ghana.
for Ghana, because he's the best player for Ghana. And he is probably, if they have any shot of making it out of the round of six, making out of the out of the group stage, he's gonna have to turn up. I think for the past couple of years, he's kind of burst onto the scene, late bloomer. A lot of forwards are, and if he could score a couple of goals and actually work some magic in, and Ghana they're not a bad team,
They're in a tough group. They're in a tough group.
What
England, Croatia, Ghana, and Panama.
Yeah,
they're with the English.
Yeah,
It's
but
tough.
still, they can still I don't rate Croatia that highly, to be honest with you. I don't think I don't think it's a foregone conclusion that Croatia just beats come out of this group. I think Ghana, they stand a chance, and I think Semenyo is going to be key for them.
Yeah, I like that. Semenyo didn't quite make my list. By the way, one thing I gotta say, special mention. I'm just gonna say it from the get-go because I need to respect this player. Saka does not make it onto my list, but only because he's going through injury issues, and I don't know what sort of impacts or how many minutes. Even like Cal stressing about him playing for England, and even Tuchel was saying, I don't know if he can play a full 90 minutes. So for me, knowing that piece of information, I can't put my chest out and be like, Saka, it'll be one of the top 26 players to define the tournament, when I don't necessarily know what his role will be within the England team. Like, I don't even know how many minutes he'll play in the group stages. So that's why I've taken him out. Otherwise, he would be somewhere in this list for sure that I'm putting him. But my number 26 player, and I'll it's so funny. I've actually picked an American player, and it's Christian Pulisic. And the only reason being is again, I think Cal's definition and Jake's definition of this list are probably vastly different because I've seen both of your lists. Mine is somewhere in the middle. So I do feel like there needs to be a host nation representation. Now, do I think the US is going to break that glass ceiling? No. But do I think that Pulisic is a player who I've seen at Borussia Dortmund, seen play in the Premier League with Chelsea. He's doing well with AC Milan. He's a good player. He's probably the best player that the USA has had for a long time, probably since Landon Donovan. Clint Dempsey actually was.
That's a whole different conversation, but he's definitely our best player right now.
Yeah, but he's definitely your best player by now. He's the only American for me that makes it onto the list. And all my 25 above him will be, clear to see why he's at 26, but that's who I have. I'm at number 26. Jake, have you had time to think about it?
Yeah, absolutely. That's fair. And my list is, I went with the most literal definition of define the tournament that I could, right? So I do think that the results of the host nations, all three of them, will be a part of the story of this tournament. And so I looked at also the teams that I have going deep in my bracket, and I looked at the players on said teams who were going to define those countries' tournaments. And that's how I've built my list. And so my number 26 will be Jonathan David from Canada. And I think that even though he is struggling with fitness, is another Juventus player, by the way, who kind of struggled a bit at the end of the season with fitness, but he's very, very important up top for Canada. And Jesse Marsh, who I have a soft spot for, used to coach America, used to coach for Leeds, by the way. And I definitely thought he was hard done by when he was at Leeds. They had a tough season that year. But yeah, I think Jonathan David, his performance. That's when Weston McKennie played for Leeds. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think that his role in their attack is going to be very, very important for how their tournament turns out. So he's my 26.
All right, let's move on to number 25. And I just spoke about number 25, and this is who they have at 25.
Wing, one of the best passers in the world, plays with a joy, fun to watch. First of 3 Englishmen on the list. Don't forget, I have England to win it.
No.
To go further than usual.
Well, yeah. Well, it's the World Cup and it's England, so that's. I mean, you're hedging your bet a bit.
No,
could they win it for the first time in since '66? Could they?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think maybe is probably
maybe. I'm gonna lean towards slim, but hey,
it's
maybe
still one of my adopted.
Yeah, Nick, but USA will, right?
Way to take a stance. Way to pick a side there.
All right. Well, look, the one thing that disgusts me about this is the rest of the list and the players that they list above Bukayo Saka.
Above Saka, yeah.
There's one specifically American who, when you'll see him come up, you'll see why I'm disgusted about it. Because for all us gooners in here, will be like, "What the fuck twisted world is this?" You guys, both you guys, kind of know who I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll go first this time. My pick at number 25 was actually a player I actually like. You know what? It was a toss-up between 2 Turkish players, and I defined it in a little bit similar way to you, Jake. That like who's going to go deep, who's going to influence the tournament from like some of the teams that really make it far. And I think Turkey's going to have a good tournament. I actually think Turkey might win the group over the USA. I actually really like their squad. It was between Yildiz and Arda Güler, and I've gone with Arda Güler at number 25. I think, yeah, that's what I got.
I like that pick.
Fair enough. I'll go next. Yeah, I think that once again, because I think that Canada aren't going to do amazing. I think Mexico are going to struggle as well. I think their home field advantage at Azteca is going to be big for them, but I don't think that they're going to necessarily do great. I think they're going to struggle defensively. And so for that reason, my 25 is Guillermo Ochoa coming back from the grave in the net for Mexico. I think he's going to have a big tournament for them to, hold on in some of these games.
Do you think Ochoa starts above Rangel?
Absolutely. I absolutely think Ochoa starts.
Because Rangel, I think, won the Golden Glove in Mexico. I was actually doing a lot of research on these.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
On these players, so interesting though. Yeah, but yeah, he has.
Well, even still, he's a leader on the team
for years. Yeah,
yeah. He'll definitely have an influence, even if he doesn't play. But yeah, my 25.
Interesting. Cal?
My number 25 is Nico Williams for Spain.
Okay.
Mainly because he's been, horrendous for his club, but he's always been bad for his club. We all know that Nico, when he plays for Spain, is just something else, It's Nico Williams and Yamal, that duo that really led Spain to that Euro win. So I feel like if we get the same Nico Williams that we got, how he usually plays for Spain, that's going to be absolutely key in Spain. Bringing the entire thing home. So I don't think people are talking about Nico Williams because he's been bad. He's just so no one cares about him when he's playing for Athletic. So so no one's really talking about him. But we all know that he turns up for international football. He's just one of those ones. So yeah,
He does for sure. All right, this is number 24.
Last year, he was phenomenal for Liverpool, leading them to the Premier League championship. But he's kind of gone into a slump since then. But
not anymore.
Here come the African Cup of Nations. He turns it around, plays tremendously. So he seems to be rounding back into form, Nick, at just the right time.
One of the most popular players in the world. I think one of the most famous players in the world, and one of the most successful footballers from the continent of Africa ever. And as you said, made a name for himself at the 22 World Cup for the more casual.
Egypt opens up March or something
Belgium in Seattle for their first game. Number 20.
We're split. We're
when was this video? When did they make this video? Because Mo Salah was ass in the last half of the season.
It was 2 months ago, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think it was 2 months ago.
So what's he talking about playing back into form? I mean, he was good at AFCON, but
dude, he was benched.
He was ass.
Benched him.
He was ass since then.
But to be honest, Liverpool fans, I feel like if a Liverpool fan is watching this and they see the players that they're going to list ahead of Mo Salah, they'll also be just as insulted. Like, but look, great player. I would rank him a bit higher, even despite his bad form, at Liverpool. And I'll touch on him later when he comes up on my list. Spoiler alert. I mean, he's one of the best players in the world, so of course he'd be on my list somewhere. But anyway, Jake, you start off this time. Who do you have at number 24?
Okay, so I'm looking at my bracket here, and I'm kind of ranking on how deep teams go. I think my next pick is going to be the one and only Granit Xhaka in the heart of that Switzerland team. I think they have a winnable group. It's not going to be easy for them, but I think they can pull out that group. Just in my bracket, I do have them winning their group. And I think that Granit Xhaka will be central to Switzerland's success.
Ooh, interesting. Well, I've gone with actually a former teammate of Mohamed Salah's at number 24, and that is Luis Diaz, who's had a banger of a bounce back year in the Bundesliga with Bayern Munich. I think he's the man when it comes to Colombia. I know you still got, old relic James Rodriguez in the building, but really the main guy for Colombia is Luis Diaz. I expect Colombia to make it to at least the last 16. Because remember, there's a third round of 32 in this year's tournament, and I think that he'll be the guy. I think he'll be the GA. I feel like when Jake does previews for betting, he'll be like, Luis Diaz goal or assist in Colombia games, because he'll totally be the man there. So yeah, I've got him at 24.
No, I agree with that. Yeah.
Yep. Number 24 for me is Gabriel Magalhaes.
Hey,
he made the cut. He made the cut. I generally don't like to put defenders on these lists just because, like, when I think about the World Cup, I'm sorry, like, attackers win you the game. Like, the best attackers just win you the games, especially for the World Cup, more than the Champions League, more than the league, more than anything else. It's just the nature of knockout football. It's scrambly. It's way too much going on, and there's too little time to prepare. But I do think that because of how elite Gabriel is, first of all, at his set pieces and at defending, that he can, and because he's also the leader of Arsenal's defense, he can lead that Brazil defense, and they need him, because I don't really think Brazil's gonna win the whole thing, but if they were to stand a chance, like, Gabriel would pretty much have to have like the tournament of his lifetime for them to have like a sliver of hope, to be honest with you. And it's a good thing that they have the best defender in the world with them. So
I agree 100%. And I think that everyone is overlooking Brazil for some reason that I can't understand. You realize
because their attackers stink. That's why.
Oh, Rafinha stinks. I disagree. I disagree with that completely. Igor Thiago, second goal scorer in the Premier League
Yeah.
stinks. I disagree with that statement completely. I think that Brazil's being overlooked and they shouldn't be. It's Gabriel Magalhaes and Marquinhos. Two of the best top three defenders in Europe. Saliba, Gabriel, Marquinhos, right? So but Brazil have two of the best center backs on the planet, and they're going to have Ederson or Alisson in goal. Two of perhaps some of the top goalkeepers on the planet. I think that Brazil possibly have the best center back pairing in the tournament. And so I think that Gabriel and Marquinhos are going to be very important to Brazil's success.
Yeah, they've also got Bremer in that defense, Roger Ibanez, for those who don't remember, because he fell off the face of the earth. You know, my opinion on people who go to Saudi. He used to be a defender at Roma, top defender. You know, Douglas Santos, Alexandro. They've got some good defenders as well as Gabriel. I think that, you know, defense will be the better. Actually, Cal, I think that this tournament is a little bit different, and we'll get into it when we kind of get into the bracket predictors. But because
you're forgetting who their manager is, though.
Yeah, it's Ancelotti, right? Yeah,
Don Carlo.
But no,
like
but because
it's Ancelotti, it's not Arteta.
But the back up of the Gabriel point, because that 32 teams qualify for the knockout stage, a lot of teams aren't going to be desperate for attack. It's more like, can we get a point? You know what I mean? And defending.
Brazil, no. I'm not talking about those stages of the game. Like Brazil was always going to get probably to the quarters. Like, you know, like Brazil's floor is the quarters. I'm talking about when it comes down to crunch time later on in, like, I have different standards for different levels of clubs. You know, when I'm thinking about Brazil, I'm thinking about the later stages, but when I'm thinking about Morocco, I'm thinking about the first stages. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Which is
Morocco getting to the quarterfinal is literally like peak football for them. Brazil getting knocked out of the quarterfinal, that's devastatingly, horrendously bad. That's the kind of standards and I've kind of put that into consideration in my list. So
fair, but at the same time, like, there'll be other center backs that I'm going to have on my list as well. When you're one of the best defenders in the world, you make this list, regardless of what nation that you play for.
I think because
although I just
rate
the list for me.
I rate attackers. I think attack just for the World Cup. Me personally, I just think the attackers and the midfielders they're going to make the game.
Hence, I think all three of our lists are going to be flooded with midfielders and attackers. Like as we
absolutely
progress. Let's get to number 23, as you've seen already. Speaking of Brazil's shitty attackers, Rafinha is number 23 on the list.
Rafinha's their best attacker by far.
Rafinha, Nick.
29-year-old Brazilian midfielder, the very rare late bloomer for Brazil. He gets overshadowed, with his club team because of Yamal. He gets overshadowed for Brazil sometimes because of Vinny Jr., but he's fresh off a top 5 Ballon d'Or finish. If people don't know Ballon d'Or, it's basically the worldwide MVP of soccer. And first prediction, he is my pick for the Golden Ball.
Really?
Which is player of the tournament. Not Golden Boot, which is highest goal scorer. Golden Ball player of the tournament, as I believe Brazil will return to its birthright, winning the World Cup for the first time since 2000.
He's got Brazil winning the World Cup. Spoiler alert,
dude. It's like I feel like people, when they put together these lists, they really take a player from a club and pretend like they're playing for their club. Like, that's why I had Nico Williams on the list, because he's different for Spain. He's different. Mbappe is really good for Real Madrid. For France, he's an all-time great. Like, Mbappe for France is actually like he's not human, you know? So it's like it's different for certain players actually level up when they play for their country. Certain players level down. Phil Foden, actual trash for England. Like,
didn't make it.
Complete out of trash. You know? So, like, Rafinha, he hasn't done, for me, he should be on the list. But to say that he's going to get golden ball, it's like, what has Rafinha done for Brazil?
He's going to have golden ball, but he's put him at number 23.
Yeah. What has he done with Brazil that makes you think that? Like, obviously, if he plays,
fair
like
question.
He does,
And Cal, I'll let you kick off. You'll go first here on number 23 here. Who do you got?
All right, let's see here. For number 23, I actually have Arda.
There you go.
You know, so because I do think Turkey is going to do well, and I think it's going to be between, like you said, Arda Güler and Yildiz, but Arda Güler is just more polished, and I expect more things from Arda Güler. He's much more used to playing under pressure because he plays for Real Madrid, you know, and I think he is the better player, to be honest with you. And what Yildiz?
I like Yildiz. He plays
Yildiz is good, but like I think Arda Güler is like just much more proven. He just showed me more at a bigger club. And to be honest, I haven't watched that much.
I think he's going to break out in this tournament. I think he's going to have a big tournament.
Yeah.
Arda Güler.
If he's given the platform.
To be honest, I think he's the type of player. If he played outside of Madrid, he played for a different club, he would be their talisman.
I think
it reminds me of when Alexis Sanchez was at Barcelona and then he moved to Arsenal, and all of a sudden he became a talisman of Arsenal. He's that type of player.
Yeah, if he like for example, like if he came to Arsenal, I think Arda Güler would absolutely just kill it at us, you know, with us. But I think the ceiling for Turkey is probably around the 16. But I think if they do end up, I think their first mission is to get it out of the group stage, and if they want to do that, which would be like pretty big for them, they have to Arda Güler has to play well. Like if Arda Güler does not play well, they don't go anywhere. I don't care how well Yildiz plays. Like Arda Güler has to play well. So that's why he's on the list.
Nice. Yeah, well, I got Arda Güler as well. Where I have him at
I think you're number 25.
25.
You said him last. That was your last pick.
Yeah. No, second to last.
I meant the last one you said.
No, Diaz. Anyway.
Whatever. Yeah.
Jake, you're up. 23.
My 23 is every Arsenal fan's favorite, most humble Viking, Mr. Erling Haaland. I think
what's at 23?
Yeah, well, I'm in my section of where the team. I'm in my round of 16 teams, right? And I think that.
That's how you ordered the list. That's fair enough.
Yeah. It's about how deep teams are going and who's going to be important for those teams.
Impact.
I think Haaland
and storylines actually have a big part to play on my list as well. To be honest with you.
I think Haaland is going to be the focal point for Norway, and I think that his goals are going to carry them, and so he's going to have a very big impact on their tournament.
All right. Yeah. At number 23, I had another Liverpool player. I had Virgil van Dijk, because I think, firstly, I think Netherlands this season is going to struggle. They've had a lot of players who are in bad
Big ups
form.
to Rickon, by the way. Rickon Football TV.
Big ups to Rickon. Big up first time here, dude. He already dropped the sub onto the Fire Them Cannon. So do big up Rickon. I hope you're enjoying the show. This is a fun one. We definitely are enjoying doing this. We can kind of just like talking football. You kind of know where all of us our heads are at in terms of where we rate everybody. And obviously Jake is very strategic with the way he's gone about this. But yeah, I've gone with Van Dijk because I think the rest of this Netherlands team is just, I think they're going to struggle. And I think
Watch your mouth. Yeah. Watch your mouth. Don't you talk bad about my man, Brian Brobby.
Brian Brobby, bro.
No, but look, they're also, missing Javi Simmons, who's going to be one of their key attackers. They're missing
Wait,
Timber.
Is he missing?
Simmons has been injured. He's got an ACL.
He's not there, bro.
Oh.
It's on old Frankie. It's on old Frankie de Jong.
And Timber
and Cody Gakpo, right? So I think the key to Netherlands being good is going to be through set pieces, and Van Dijk will be key to that, but also keeping the other teams out. And they're in a pretty tough group with Japan and Sweden. So I think they're going to need their captain as much as they can, and I have him at 20.
That's such a wild group. I don't know what's happening for that group.
That's going to be a tough group, a tough group.
Because Mitoma is like injured as well for Japan.
Hey,
yeah.
But they got Kobu. They got Kobu, bro. He's in there.
Oh yeah, he's fine.
It's shaping up well for my boy to get out of that group, isn't it?
Sweden are going to struggle, bro. It's going to be tough. That's a tough group, but we'll get to that.
They have like 2 players, bro.
We'll get to that.
They have 2 of the best strikers in world football, but that's just
Well, Anthony Alenga, right?
Rican, like Puerto Rican.
Yay.
You're talking about Anthony Alenga, right?
I knew it sounded weird when I said Rican. I said
Rican, Puerto Rico.
I knew it sounded weird when I said it.
Best in the world, number 1, best in the world, Puerto Rico. That's Bad Bunny. Anyway, but everybody knows I'm a huge fan. So ever see a Puerto Rican, it makes me smile. All right, we move on now. I think we're up. Everyone's done their 23. Yeah. I think I'm kind of just gonna skim by because I can't be asked with their shit.
Yeah, if we gotta keep it going because if we don't, we're gonna be here forever.
And this is the one that pissed me off. What every Arsenal fan in the world will know why this pisses me off. Quick rant. Florian Balogun is a Hale End Academy product. By the way, I'm loving that he's become the man. For the USA, he's flourishing it right. But how is he ranked above Saka? The 2 of them came out of the Hale End at the exact same time. Actually, Saka a little bit earlier. One of them is the star man, as Jake would say, of Arsenal. And the other one, we sold. Arteta sold him. He didn't make it.
He plays for the US. And this is a US show. That's all you need to know.
That's all you need to know.
But my football brain, it drives me nuts. He's an Arsenal reject. And you're going to put him ahead of Arsenal's star talisman. Like,
that's all right. I mean, to be honest with you, that's actually a pretty decent talent for the US. I think if Balogun had a little bit of a slight different attitude, I think his career could have been a little bit better. I don't think he is a bad talent. I think he could have been playing in the Prem if he wanted to. I think there's a couple mid-table teams that could do with the Balogun if so I think he still is Prem quality. I just don't think he's some of the other guys on the list are just like world-class players, it's just so I don't blame him for the pick.
So interesting question. 2 of us are American, but I haven't lived in America since 2008. And 2 of us, I'm both live in Australia. So
yeah.
Balogun is the American Nketiah. To be honest,
he's actually better than Nketiah.
Back when that we were going to make that choice of the 2, and eventually we just kind of got rid of both. But I was saying actually sell Nketiah and keep Balogun. I actually thought that Balogun was the better player. Arteta didn't agree.
Like for example, I think Balogun wouldn't have crashed and burned at Crystal Palace. I think he probably would have remained there.
No,
but again, Mateta's better than him.
You know what? Yeah, I think Balogun at Crystal Palace could have had a similar Mateta-like impact. If Mateta were to leave, like you know how now that Strand Larson has come in, like I feel like
Michael Olise and Eberechi Eze were still at Palace when Balogun would have gone there, or when Nketiah went there as well.
Yeah,
Palace, like their recruitment has been kind of like not real. Yeah. How do you have Olise, Mateta,
Eze?
Anyway, if we don't keep
Morton,
it, they still have Adam Wharton,
Gahey, the Lacroix, who's now on the French team as well.
Yeah, guys, if we get caught up in the Prem minutia, we'll be here for 7 hours trying to do this.
True. All right, number 22. I'll go first this time. My number 22 is none other than the Premier League player of the season, Bruno Fernandes, and the reason why is there's going to be many Portuguese players on my list. I believe I count them three, all of which play in the midfield. Yes, we'll find out a certain Portuguese guy I'm leaving off the list, which is going to piss everybody off. But I think that the best midfield in this tournament is Portugal, and Bruno happens to be, for me, in my opinion, I don't know what everybody else thinks, I wouldn't say worst is a bad word, but the least favorable of the 3, but they're all so good that is kind of the statement that makes.
Uh,
But yeah, I think Bruno is going to have a good tournament playing in that number 10 attacking role for Portugal. But yeah, they're just players, 21 players otherwise. So I think that will be defining the tournament a little bit more, two of which are his midfield mates.
I
Thoughts?
slightly disagree. I think Bruno is a better 10 than Vitinha is a 6. I
agree with that completely.
I think what Bruno does as a 10, he is the last of his kind. Like an actual 10. Like, I'm not talking about a tiki-taka guy or a space setter or a he's an attacking 10 and they don't exist. He's the last of his kind. A goal scoring, full out attacking, like passing the ball in attack, really good, like on a dime for the striker type of.
I mean, Kevin De Bruyne is in this tournament, guys.
Kevin De Bruyne is washed though. Bruno is actually like still good. And because Kevin De Bruyne carries the ball way more than Bruno does. Bruno is not a ball carrier at all.
That's fair.
So if Kevin De Bruyne needs legs for his game, Bruno doesn't need legs for his game, and that's why he's still performing at an extremely high level. Like people used to complain about his grenade balls, but the reason why he can do his grenade balls is because he doesn't need to actually move. He will just get the ball to you, and like if you're not on the same wave, it looks like shit. But if you are, it's like you're gonna get in front of goal. So
that's why he's gonna cook in this tournament because
Cal
Neves and Vitinha behind him, he ain't gonna have to do any running.
Yeah, he doesn't need it. Yeah.
Being at 22 on my list is different than being 22 on the first things first list because there are world-class players ahead of him on my list. So
yeah, that's fair enough.
It's gonna be some freaking ballers, bro.
There will be. All right, Cal, you're up next. Who do you have at 22?
Not anyone that good. Moises Caicedo. Mainly because I do have Ecuador like doing like pretty decent in Capier. Peace out, man. I think Ecuador has a decent team, and I think if Caicedo plays well, they can get out of this group and maybe squeeze into the round of 16 if they're lucky. Like because in the World Cup, there's always teams that get out of there. You know, there's always some like these weird picks. So just on the basis of being like the only probably world-class level player on a pretty decent team, he gets in, and he's this low on the list because the stakes are just not as high for some of the others higher up on my list.
I can't wait to get to the bracket so we can kind of just I want to see where all the chips lay between the three of us. Jake, we have it number 22.
Well, let's quick fire run through it then. Yeah. Joshua Kimmich, Germany. Hopefully he doesn't play right back in this tournament, which is nuts. But I think he's got the armband for Germany. I think if they play him in the middle, he's going to have a huge impact on how they do in this tournament.
All right. Well, number 21, they actually have thought along the lines as me. They went with Bruno at number 21. Jake, I'll go right back to you. You wanted to go quick fire this. Who's your number 21?
Rodriguez for Colombia. While I do agree that Luis Diaz will be more important to their actual attack, I think as far as defining their tournament, what James will be able to do and what they ask him to do, and if those things come together and are the same, I think he will have a very big impact on their tournament. And I think if he's unable to reach the heights that they want him to reach, then I think he will still have a very big impact on the tournament, even though it might be negative in nature.
Cal?
I have Enzo Fernandez, actually. I don't. I think
that's about Chelsea boys.
I think Argentina, people think they're a much better team than they actually are at the moment. But I feel like if they were to like go on and win it, like Enzo Fernandez can't be like a passenger like he was last time. You know, I know he won Young Player of the Season of the Cup, but let's be honest, that wasn't it. Like, it's not like he was one of the main reasons why they won the World Cup. Like, I think this time around, he's gonna have to be with an aging Messi. He has to be like playing the best football that he's ever played. And he's been getting better and better at Chelsea. I have to admit, he's probably one of the few players at Chelsea that I would say didn't like ruin his career by joining the football club.
Didn't he win Young Player of the tournament at the last World Cup?
Yeah, that's what it said, yeah.
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 Yeah, it's not a bad shout at all. My number 21. So, it's tough. It's been a toss up of German midfielders, but I've gone with Florian Wirtz at number 21. And of course, he hasn't had the best of seasons at Liverpool, but I just think because the Premier League, he's not used to the physicality of the Premier League. But when you see this guy play for Germany, when he links up with I don't know, but my boy, if I would joke, Kai, and with Musiala on the other side, that trio is literally very, very dangerous. You saw the way they played together at the Euros, and I think Wirtz, with the time in the space, I think he'll have a good tournament.
He plays much better for country than club. Slot is a fraud.
No, what do you guys think about me putting him ahead of Enzo? Whatever you think. I mean, not Enzo, Bruno. But I just feel like Bruno there's a lot of mouths to feed in the Portuguese team, where in the German team there are two real star players, him and Musiala, and I think that Wirtz will have a better output in this tournament.
The reason and my list is just structured different from yours because high impact, like high level of impact on a favorite means that you're pretty high on my list. High level of impact on a team that probably going to barely scrape it out of the lower in the round of 16. You're on the list, but you're just going to be low level of impact on a high team means you're probably going to be low as well, or maybe not even make the list. So that's how kind of and my list is more of like a what if, like if this player does well, what kind of impact it does, that kind of like balances out. So if player X does really well, what does that mean for the team? And the more that works in your favor is the higher you are on my list.
Yeah. Hey, I love that's what I mean. I love how everybody is defined like this in a different way, which is really nice. All right. They have first thing first had Ashraf Hakimi at number 20, which by the way, not a bad shot, to be honest.
Not a bad placement either, to be honest.
So I'm going to go back to back here. And by the way, I literally, it's like splitting hairs. So I put them next to each other, one or the other. It's Jamal Musiala for me at number 20. So like, it's like Wirtz and Musiala. I don't know. It's kind of like a higher level version of the Goulet Yildiz sort of conundrum. And because Goulet was further down the list, he didn't, Yildiz doesn't make the list at all. But because these two are higher up the list, yeah, I think that Musiala, by the way, I spent a lot of the year injured with Bayern, but he came back. He played in that ridiculous 5-4 game in the Champions League, and I think he started to pick up steam at the end of the season, and I think he's going to hit form right in time for Germany. Which, by the way, he is an absolute star when he plays for the German national team.
Rican says Bruno's a bum, but I hope he does well in the cup. Like I've never seen someone call another player a bum and then say, "I hope he does well."
There you go.
The dichotomy of man.
Also, US in Australia is dope. I'm a US living in the UK. I thought you were Puerto Rican. Come on, man.
Puerto Rico is the US.
Oh, right.
That is
same as Hawaii, and Alaska.
All right.
My next pick, I'm going to be boring because you can just insert everything Anton just said because I'm picking the same. Jamal Musiala.
Oh, fair enough.
Yep.
And I picked Kai Havertz, actually.
Boo! Boo!
Kai Havertz, number 20. Because Kai Havertz, I'm sorry, he plays better for Germany than he does for Arsenal.
I disagree 100%.
And Kai Havertz, and as I said, how you get onto my list, what happens if you play well? If Kai Havertz plays well for Germany and links up well with Musiala and Wirtz, he will have an extremely strong impact on how they do in this cup competition. And he does well in cup competitions, by the way. If Kai Havertz,
what cup competition is that? What cup competition are you talking about?
The Champions League.
The Champions League.
Oh, you mean the final that he just cost us? You mean the final where he scored a goal and didn't do shit for the rest of the game? You mean the final where you mean the game where he played against Manchester City and he scored the goal and didn't do shit for the rest of the game? You mean the Kai Havertz that scored a goal versus USA in the friendly in the 4th minute and didn't do shit for the rest of the game, bro? My Kai Havertz agenda has only.
You're watching Kai Havertz play against your team and still
it's dog shit. Oh my god, I couldn't believe that. That was so disgusting. When Havertz scored against us in the 4th minute of the game, I was pissed.
Dude, you're just a Kai Havertz hater. The agenda's all out.
The agenda's there. I'm not even denying it. You're damn right.
The thing is, the thing about it is like Kai also like Germany just has much heavy hitters than us. And so like Musiala has the ability to score, so it's not all on Kai. So if Kai scores, Woods and Musiala has the ability to score as well. So I think Kai's probably gonna have a good tournament. I think Kai's gonna score at least 5 goals this World Cup.
Rican, I think you are gonna fit in this channel so well. So Kai Havertz is like his captain, good at looking busy and disappearing when he's needed.
Whoa! That's a shot I didn't like.
Odegaard.
That's a shot I didn't like at all.
See, but
he's right though.
He's insulting Kai, which you like, but then he's throwing your boy Martin under the bus at the same time. So
you don't have that fire for Martin Odegaard, the captain that got subbed off in the Champions League final.
He shouldn't have been subbed off, bro.
What did he do?
I hate when Arteta subs our captain off. He has a habit of doing that.
To be honest,
you mean the Odegaard?
You know what he did? You know what also pissed me off?
If he was never had our post-game show for the Champions League final.
He was going to sub Odegaard. Why the hell did he put Kai in Eze's spot and not bring on fucking Eze? But instead, we're going to put Kai. So Kai Havertz is better at Martin Odegaard's position than Martin Odegaard is.
Martin Odegaard was absolute. Odegaard was that Champions League final.
So was Kai Havertz. He was absolute shit. So was Havertz. He was absolute shit.
You know what's the difference? At least Kai Havertz scored the goal. Odegaard did nothing.
And then what else did Kai do? Not fuck all. He cost us the game because Mikel Arteta cannot get his head out of Kai Havertz's ass. That's why. If he would not have left Kai Havertz in that game and he would have put Eze in when he subbed Odegaard off instead of, for some reason, because Kai Havertz and Victor Gyökeres did well versus fucking Kairat Almaty. Now that's the greatest combination that there's ever fucking been in Arsenal history. Bullshit. Mikel Arteta, you cost us that fucking game because you would not take Kai Havertz off that pitch. Why the hell did Eberechi Eze not come on for Kai Havertz and play in the 10 role? It's the most ridiculous shit I've ever seen, and it launches my Kai Havertz agenda to Pluto. It takes my Kai Havertz agenda into outer space because he cost us that final.
I don't think so, dude.
Ladies and gentlemen,
you'll never convince me. You'll never convince me of this. You'll never change my opinion.
Have a post-game show.
Eze,
we never got all the
change my opinion.
It's been 2 weeks and you guys are still holding on. Their frustrations.
Eze didn't have any time to do anything because Arteta waited until the 89th minute to sub him in the game.
No, he not 89th minute. He came on after extra time began.
Exactly.
It was Zubimendi and Eze. It was a double switch. Anyway, we move on. Number 19. For me, I have Pedri nowhere near number 19. Like, I'm talking about up.
Oh, that's crazy.
This for me is insulting that it's number 19 that they have Pedri on it. Cal, you can go up first. Who do you have at number 19?
I actually have Martin Odegaard at number 19, actually.
Stop taking my picks. Stop taking my picks.
The reason why I have Odegaard at 19 because of Norway. I think they're a dark horse. I think in order for them to do well, both Odegaard and Haaland has to play well. And Odegaard has been playing well for Norway. He just has. He's been looking much better for Norway than he has for Arsenal. So if Odegaard could feed the beast, and the beast is, the best goal scorer in the competition, Norway can like do something completely incredible in this World Cup. So Martin Odegaard is my number 19.
Same.
You both of you guys got Martin Odegaard.
Every word, just insert the same.
You
Nice.
see, I give both Martin Odegaard and Kai Havertz a fair shout.
Actually, Martin Odegaard didn't even make my list, by the way, guys.
He's going to be Norway's most important player. He's definitely on the list.
I actually agree to a certain extent, but you know, the big Viking up front for me. You have
see, Rican, see what you did.
If you don't ever feed the beast, just like Cal just said, if you don't feed the beast, he can't eat. So
yeah, that's why. If I have Haaland on this list, I have to have Odegaard on this list. I can't.
That's why I put Odegaard in front of Haaland, like ahead of Haaland.
For me, it's just more like at a certain point when I have you in a round coming out, I'm not going to have multiple of the players in that team. So I feel like I only could have one Norwegian.
The thing is, because I think Norway can actually scam a World Cup. I think that's why I have him.
No, they're not going to scam. They're not going to.
Anyway, guys, my number 19 is actually Mo Salah.
Okay, yeah.
And so now we're getting into like kind of like that part of the list where you've just got some really, really good players. But the kind of thing with my next couple picks are just players who were great, world class, some of the best players I've ever seen, but are aging a little bit. So I don't know if their impact is going to be as high as it potentially could have been in years gone by. So I think Salah, of course, for Egypt. I think Egypt get out of the group. And I think, of course, Mo Salah is still the talisman. I still expect him to play at a higher level for Egypt. I also think that not playing with Slot might make a difference a little bit of a free. He's also, by the way, on the market. He hasn't found a new job yet. So he is probably going to play for his job a little bit in this tournament. So I think, yeah, for me, he's number 19. It's a little bit lower. It's still the bottom half of the list. But, you know, he made the list. So
I don't have old farts on the list.
What?
I don't have old farts on my list unless they're capable.
For the most part, I avoided it as well. I'm liking that you're thinking in the same line as me.
This is the World Cup where it's like the new generation. The old guards dying. Like this is the handing.
Oh no, man! There's a lot of old guard in this tournament.
No. I think like this is the handing of the torch. Like Modric isn't going to be there next. Modric isn't going to be there anymore. Rudiger isn't going to be there. Like Messi and Ronaldo, they're not going to be there. Like a lot of these players that have been there for like yonks, this is all their last World Cup. You
know. Big up JT, who's in the building. He goes, "What's the model?" So at the moment, we're doing our 26 players that will define the World Cup. So it's not necessarily the 26 best players in the world. Obviously, because my number one player in the world is not even at the World Cup, Kvaratskhelia. So, but yeah, it's just how we feel like it will impact this tournament. What?
That's a whole different conversation, man. That's a whole different conversation.
Yeah. Fair enough.
All right. Let's move on to number 18. And they've got Desiree Doué in here.
Dude, what the fuck?
Interesting pick, because I don't know if he starts for France.
He didn't make my list at all.
France is filled with there's like 6 players ahead of him.
And Elise, he's not starting.
He didn't make my list at all.
Bro, that's too many players in France that are much better than him.
He definitely didn't make my list too.
Yeah, he didn't make my list either. I'll go first, I guess. And I actually, again, I went with another old fart, and you guys are going to hate me. Maybe not Cal and Jake, but the general public will hate me. I put Messi on the list at number 18. Again, he's 38 years old. I do have another Argentinian player on this list who I actually think he's now actually the man for Argentina. In fact, in the last few days has shown that, not to spoil. I think you guys know who I'm talking about. And Ruki would hate me for saying that. But I think he is the best Argentine player right now and not Lionel Messi. And I just think that the Argentinian side isn't going to do as well. They're holding on to, they're being too sentimental. They like for a nation like Argentina that has got so much talent that are playing at the highest level coming out of their ears, to hold on to still some of the old guard for me is a bit negligent, to be honest. And I think it might be a disadvantage within the tournament. But from here on out, I've got real true stars. Messi, I had to put him on the list out of respect, and I put him in at 18.
Yeah, I've actually got into my teams that will make the quarterfinals. And I actually am picking someone from Argentina as well. Someone I think is going to break out in this tournament and really show the world, the people who don't watch FC Como, shout out Como, making the Champions League. It's Nico Paz.
Really?
I think he's going to have a breakout tournament.
Like
I think he could start. I think he can start for.
I think he's gonna have a very good tournament.
He could be starting the 10. I think with Enzo and with who's.
Just feed Messi. It's the same run back 22. It's the same strategy. Feed Messi.
Messi's gonna play on the. Is Messi gonna?
I got Enzo, McAllister, and Nico Paz on paper as the best 3 midfielders in Argentina.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
Fair enough. My pick was number 18, Jamal Musiala.
All right.
For the same reasons that were discussed before, in order for Germany to do well, he just needs to do well. He suffered that injury early in the season. I think he still hasn't really popped off, which is why he's this low on the list. I don't think he's reached the heights. I think he had a horrible game versus PSG. So he needs to kind of prove himself. But if he doesn't, Germany's doomed. He has to play well.
Yeah, moving on to 17. This pisses me off. First of all, he's not on my list. So look at the players we've already named off, like Saka, Bruno, Pedri. How do you rank Lautaro Martinez ahead of him?
Well, Champions League final, Inter Milan winner.
No, he lost 5-0 in the Champions League final.
Oh no, but he won the cup.
He won Serie A this season.
He's won Serie A like 2 or 3 times with Inter.
Yeah, for me, I don't know. I don't even know if he's the best attacker.
I wouldn't start him over Julian Alvarez though.
Definitely not.
Wait, isn't this your list, Anton? It's like FIFA official ranking or something.
Nah, it's just first things.
This is some random American show's list. And we're kind of making fun of it, JT. We're kind of saying these guys are dumb. Here's what we say.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Cal, I'll let you go back to back. You just picked,
my number 17 is Jude Bellingham.
Okay.
Because Jude is too good of a player to be this invisible guy for England. I'm not sure if you guys watched the game, but he actually didn't do too badly. He was trying to do things. He was dribbling past players. So he needs to do more of that. Like, we need that level of Jude. I think Jude for England, he always has like a couple moments, but we just need, if England were to progress, he need to have more consistent performances. So he's important.
I think if he's platformed like he was yesterday in that game, I think he will. I think he will do well. 100%.
I agree. I think he'll do very, very well. Jake, who do you have at number 17?
You guys are going to laugh, but remember, this is about who defines the game for these teams. Do not
say Weston McKennie.
I'm 100% saying Weston McKennie. 100%. He's a very important member of the United States team, and I think that how well our midfield does is going to be very, very. I think our most important 3 players for America is Tyler Adams, Christian Pulisic, and Weston McKennie. Now we know what Tyler Adams is going to do. He's been doing it for Bournemouth for time now, right? And oh man, hey,
wait, he hasn't even gotten there yet. Okay,
that's for the bets. Make sure when we're talking about bets, make sure Bravi's on your mind. Yeah. Anyway, Weston McKennie, I think I noticed something in the Germany game where his positioning is going to very much influence how the U.S. plays. And I think our balance in the midfield is going to be very, very important to our success. And so he is my next pick.
Yep. Amazing. All right. Who do I got at number 17? I went with, this is where the list gets serious. I've gone with Rodri. And
really interesting.
Yeah, and my seeing behind Rodri.
You think Rodri's going to actually do something?
I don't think he'll play.
No, listen to let me land. If Spain is actually going to win this World Cup, they need Rodri healthy, and they need
No, they
Rodri to
don't.
be impactful.
Nope.
I believe they do. I actually believe they do.
Zubimendi will just win.
Look, Zubimendi. Look, I'm not going to be one to
Dude,
insult.
are you wait? Are you one of those ones? Don't.
He's
please
one of
don't tell
those.
me.
He's one of those.
You're one of those. Are you one of those?
I'm not gonna say, I just think he dropped off in form in the back half of the season.
You know, like Zubimendi has played like one of the most minutes for Arsenal ever in a single season, and in his first season in
Rodri
the Prem.
won the Ballon d'Or 2 years ago. Like we're not like it's not the same conversation.
He's had an ACL since though.
Dude, Rodri's you know Rodri's never coming back.
Never.
It's over.
I agree.
It's over for him. He's never coming back.
Look, maybe this is my blind spot. Maybe I think Rodri is like everyone thinks of Messi and Ronaldo. I don't know.
That's wow. Okay, wow.
Dude,
no, I mean in terms of like holding on to he's still in his prime.
What color shirt do you have on? Is that like a Man City shirt? This guy put Rodri, Messi, and Ronaldo in the same sentence. Am I in some sort of alternate universe?
It was all taken out of context. Thank you very much, Cal. But all right.
Yes, JT.
My
yes,
point is
I'm battling.
I think that Rodri is going to need to be valuable for Spain in terms of holding in. I actually have Zubimendi and Rodri playing together. Actually, I'll tell you my midfield for Spain. I did a whole list. I had Pedri, Rodri, and Zubimendi as the midfield three.
No, I don't think Rodri's going to play that much.
I don't think Rodri's going to play that much either.
We will have to wait and see on that one. Okay, let's move on quickly to number 16. Who do they have at number 16? And this is a funny one.
A commercial?
I'm actually going to take it off the screen for now while we do the ad break.
Probably best.
Yes, probably best for now.
Yes, by the way, JT, yes, I'm battling the allergies.
Me same.
They have Chris Richard at number 16, which for me that's hilarious. 16th.
I mean,
Jake,
he will be important to our team.
Talk to us about, like, of course, he plays at Crystal Palace. He's been important for the back half of the year with Gahey leaving. But
the thing is, he will be important to our team because Tim Ream, our other center back and captain of the squad, is like 900. He's like 39. He's very old. And so we need somebody really, really good next to him to kind of complement him. And Chris Richards, if he has, whether he plays good or bad next to Tim Ream, will impact our tournament.
Yeah, right. But it's the players that he's been like.
That doesn't mean that he's going to be the 16th most influential player in the whole tournament. That's absolutely ludicrous.
Yeah.
JT think it disagrees. He thinks Rodri will play, but Pedri, Rodri, and Zubimendi feels like a very imbalanced midfield. The way I see it is that Rodri plays more as your DM, and Zubimendi can actually play more as an 8 in that team. With
I don't think that works though.
The thing is when you have, see, for me, I look at that Spain team, right? And I don't want to take too long on this, but when you have the attacking players like Yamal, like Pedri, like Nico Williams, like those players, you can platform those players by having two sitters like Zubimendi and with Rodri, and gives them more freedom kind of to do their thing up front without having to worry about the tracking back. So I that's the way I kind of think about it. But look, their manager will do how
JT, you're correct, but it's the other way around. Zubimendi's going to play, Rodri's going to be rotation.
Yeah, Fabian Ruiz could be in there as well. Again, I wouldn't be surprised.
Depending on how Rodri perform. I think Rodri would probably be given an opportunity to play, and if he plays like shit, Zubimendi's just going to play for the rest of the tournament. I think that's how it's going to be.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, number 16. Jake?
I'm going with probably a guy who, we expected to be amazing, and then he was linked to Manchester United, and it didn't go so great. But I think he's going to be very important for the Dutch. Mr. Frankie de Jong in the middle of the park for Netherlands. I think he's going to have a very important role in their success or failure in this tournament.
Fair enough.
Interesting. Jake?
I just went. You're talking about Cal.
Sorry.
Cal's next.
Cal.
I have Rafinha as my number 16. I think he has to play well for Brazil. I think depending on how he plays is going to define how well Brazil does because they need him. I don't rate Brazil's attack that well, but I think, and I don't even. I think it's almost. I don't know if it's a curse. I don't know if it's just the team doesn't gel well, but they have not been doing well, in my opinion, especially compared to their old teams. But at least Ancelotti can coach an attack at least. So, well, Ancelotti's style is more like let the players play. But yeah, or Rafinha, at least with his speed, and I think there's going to be a lot of counter-attacking in this World Cup. He has the opportunity to cook.
Interesting. So my number 16 is, and I'll explain to you kind of the reason why I've done it. And I put Hakimi at number 16. And the idea here is that I think Jake mentioned it, or Cal, one of you guys mentioned it earlier about Morocco. Their ability to progress in this tournament will be based on their ability to defend against some of the better teams. And Hakimi for me is the best right back in the world. But the also beauty of Hakimi is that he also gives them the creativity and the speed and the impetus moving forward as well, like helping them, set up some of their other players. Like what's his name? The guy who plays for Real Madrid. You know what I'm talking about. Like Brahim Diaz and stuff like that. So yeah, so I think Hakimi again. I think the best right back there is in the world. There's only one defender I have higher on than him on this list. So yeah, that's why I have a number 16. Anyway, let's move on to number 15, and this one that is a bit of a blast from the past. I gotta tell you, he's not on my list for me. I can understand why, because
I think he's a good pick.
Yeah, because I think that Senegal will progress in the tournament, and he's the man.
He'll be pivotal.
Yeah, so I can understand at least the idea behind this one.
I mean, finalists and probably rightful winners of the Africa Cup of Nations. The scammers known as Morocco, who took the title away from them after the fact. So yeah, but he was instrumental in that tournament.
All right, Kyle, who do you have at number 15?
Number 15, Julian Alvarez. I think, yeah, I think if I don't, I just don't rate the South American teams to this World Cup for some reason, but Argentina's another one. I think aging Messi. I think Julian Alvarez also needs to have a decent tournament. To be honest, I think Julian Alvarez, he has a lot to prove because I personally think his price tag was is a bit insane.
Euros. That's
insane.
That's absolutely
it's like it doesn't make and I think attackers, like just as a sidebar, attackers in today's game they're just not as good as they used to be. Like honestly, Julian Alvarez, compared to like some of these strikers 15 years ago, 10, 15 years ago, in the like he doesn't start for any of the big six. Like he doesn't. So like I think the quality of attackers are dropping, but he could prove me wrong. Yeah,
it shows the market is a bit weak. But to be honest, when he said that I'm bidding 150 million for a world-class Galactico, the last player I thought that would be the one that he would actually bid for was the guy that Arsenal were going after. Like we were like, like I didn't think Julian Alvarez. When I saw the Elise, I was like, okay, I can see that. But even then, 150 mil is still freaking insane. Yeah, Jake, who do you have at number 15?
We're staying in the same nation, but we're going for the GOAT of walking, Mr. Lionel Messi. I think his impact on Argentina's tournament will be big, whether it's negative or positive, because they're still going to be trying to base all of their gameplay around what Messi can or cannot do. So he will have an impact on their tournament.
All right. So at number 15 for me, and for me, this is the threshold as high am I willing to put a defender on the list because, as Cal has mentioned earlier, it's about attack a lot of times in midfielders. I've gone with our king of Brazil, Gabriel, at number 15, and that's because I believe right now. The other one is Saliba, but there's so many French players. I just wasn't going to put Saliba in the list. So many French players that are like super high on this list. But Gabriel, for me, man, I think he's going to be critical and important for Brazil, and he's going to again create the solid base for that midfield.
Who's your pick? Sorry,
Gabriel at number 15.
Oh, my list. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, again, as I said, he's the highest defender I have on this list. Yeah, because I just think he's going to have a massive tournament. He's going to be very, very pivotal for Brazil.
Yes,
JT,
JT.
I'm not sure if the appeal was appealed. I'm not sure if it was rejected or not, but I'm pretty sure like Morocco is still like the holders, so it wasn't successful.
And JT, yes, I did say the GOAT of walking because I don't know if you watch Inter Miami, but yeah, speaks for itself. Go ahead.
Who was your pick, Jake? Sorry,
Messi, the GOAT of walking.
Yeah, that's what he does right now. To be honest, he has to.
All right. All right. Number 14, they've got Jude Bellingham.
That's not a bad shot.
Cal's already picked. Yeah, like again, it makes sense. We're almost getting to that top half of the list. At number 14, I've also gone with a midfielder, and I've gone with João Neves of PSG and Portugal. Yeah, again, I said I have 3 Portuguese midfielders on this list. I already named Bruno, and I think João Neves, by the way, could be the winner of the goal, the young player of the tournament for me. I think he's going to be a breakout star as Portugal make it very, very far in this tournament because I think they are one of the favorites.
I hope he crashes and burns with the rest of Portugal in this World Cup. Did you see what he said in his interview? Only one team came out to play. Final. Yeah, he could.
I'm over it. We scored, and they actually had to score from a penalty, but whatever.
I hate watching Portugal so badly. I hate all their players.
I know
every single one.
That's fair enough.
I like Bruno Fernandes is a rat. Like Bernardo Silva is a rat. Ronaldo is a self-obsessed maniac. João Neves is a rat. They're all rats, all of them. Vitinha is actually not a bad guy, but sorry.
If we're talking rats, we must mention Bernardo Silva.
You think that you don't like Rafael Leao?
No.
Oh yeah, he just the guy that punches people in the face.
Somebody in a friendly?
Dude, it's a team of rats.
What are we talking about here?
True.
Like
this is where you're gonna summon David.
This is like
David in the chat.
This is like scumbag team. Like this is like scumbag, like the team, like the scumbag the football team. Like it's just rats, bro.
And it's Roberto Martinez at the helm as well. Like, ugh.
Dude, how do you root for that team if you're not from the country?
I swear, it's a matter of time before David's face pops up in my chat and be like, Cal, let me on. What the fuck are you talking about?
Like David's favorite player is like Bruno Fernandes. Like, give me a break. Speaking of which, Bruno Fernandes is my pick. Number 14.
Nice.
I do rate Bruno as a player. I just think he just complains too much, but like as like skill on the ball and stuff, he's really good. And if Portugal, I actually, even though I'm going to be hate watching Portugal, I think Portugal, I feel like if they go out in the quarterfinals, it'll be pretty bad for them. I think they are semi-final to final level quality team, So I hope they don't make that, but like I have to be objective, and I think they're gonna have a good tournament. I think Bruno Fernandes is gonna be a really big part of that. Like, even though I hate it, I have to be honest.
All right, Jake, who you got number 14?
My next pick, for every reason that Anton said in the last pick, Gabriel Magalhaes.
So Jake wins the Gabriel sweepstakes. He's got the highest of anybody.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm going to write Arsenal rather than Brazil on my list. I'm just so used to it. It's either whiners or rats. All right, let's move on.
Yeah,
Number
much.
13 on the list. They have
Musiala.
higher than what we had, and it's fair enough. But I just think that he's just had a bit of a stock down season.
He's kind of fallen off a little bit.
They have Jamal Musiala at number 13. Cal, who you have at number 13?
Harry Kane, actually. I think Harry Kane, like him, love him or hate him, is still, I think right now, from a technical standpoint, is the best striker in the world, I would say. I think the only person that could probably beat him on technicality is Mbappe, but even Kane has a better first touch than Mbappe. Mbappe is a better dribbler. Kane's first touch and finishing is he's also the last of his kind. You talk about how I said Bruno's the last of his kind. Kane is the last of his kind. He's the last
breed.
There's nothing like him anymore. A striker that can actually have a first touch, be a little bit silky, but also is a killer in front of goal.
That ball for Gordon's penalty yesterday, when he won the penalty yesterday, the pass into the penalty that they overturned, rather.
Yeah.
The one
by the way,
that ball around the corner was.
I would take Kane for Arsenal tomorrow, by the way.
Damn right.
I heard John Terry talking about that yesterday. I was like, what?
Damn right.
John Terry is a G. I actually like John Terry. He actually
John Terry's
he's not a very good person.
I wouldn't call him.
He was a great player. He's not a very good person.
Yeah,
I don't look into people's personal lives.
That's fair. That's fair.
I just listened to him talking about Gabriel Magalhaes, and he's like, "Hey, I missed a penalty as well," and stuff like that. So when people talk well about my players, I just like them.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Fair enough.
All right, let's move on, guys, because we still also have to get to our predictions for the World Cup. Yep. All right, Jake, number 13 for you is.
Once again, you guys are going to hate this, but the one, the only Captain America, Mr. Christian Pulisic. It's going to be the most important player for USA. I think USA are making the quarterfinals, so this is where my man falls in the list.
Captain America is actually a pretty good name.
It's a great nickname, by the way. I actually forgot in my little thing about Pulisic when I meant number 26. To mention him by the name of Captain America.
Yeah, he's Captain America, baby.
Top half of the list. This is very is your name Jake or Nick Wright? I don't know which.
Trust
Sorry,
me.
I had to make a pop star. See, the player I have at number 30 on the list wouldn't Christian Pulisic would be lucky to lace his boots. I have Federico Valverde at number 13. And
Valverde he's not that not lace his boots good. He's good, but let's calm down.
We're talking about Christian Pulisic, Jake. We're not talking about
I don't know how much Milan games you've watched, but Pulisic is lighting it up in Italy. And that's not an exaggeration. He's killing it. He's had a great season.
That's because he's 27 and he's playing against freaking 45-year-old Acerbi.
I mean, say what you will. He's bagging goals.
Nah, but he's playing professional football. But I'm saying the difference between Pulisic and Valverde, I don't think it's.
I mean, they're so uncomparable. I don't even know why.
A massive ocean.
JT, I hear you. Scott McTominay's lighting it up in Italy, but the standard for Scotty McTominay is way up here, and the standard of where people expect Americans to be is way down here. And so Christian Pulisic is exceeding the expectation of Americans by a lot, where Scotty McTominay,
I would say
it's a standard thing. It's a standard thing. Scott McTominay for Manchester United is not supposed to be better than Christian Pulisic. Come on, guys.
Since the turn of the century, I would say U.S. has been better internationally than Scotland by far.
Oh, for sure. We would wreck Scotland. For sure.
So, are you saying more of McTominay as a Man United Youth Academy product?
I'm saying that the level that you would expect from Scotty McTominay is way higher than the level you would expect from any American.
Anyway, I picked Valverde at number 13, mainly because I think he's one of the best midfielders in the world. In fact, couldn't really name many at the top of my head who I think are better. You'll see who I think is better than him. But for Uruguay, who again, I think Uruguay is going to advance in this tournament. I think there's a ceiling for how good Uruguay can be because of a certain striker who used to play for Liverpool up front. But Federico Valverde is the man for them. He's an absolute powerhouse of a midfielder.
I'm so surprised you have him so high on this list.
Yeah, no, I'm a big Valverde fan. Everybody, when me and KJ were talking about midfielders that were like, because people were saying, oh, who could you upgrade? Declan Rice. Who would you come to the Premier League and be have a Declan Rice like impact? And I'm saying the only player I can think of in the world would be Valverde. And because the reason I wouldn't take Vitinha is because he's too small. So like I think Valverde has got the size to do well if he came into the league. Yeah, I do. I think he's.
I think if Valverde was that good, he'd already be playing in that midfield. And so
he plays for Real Madrid.
Yeah, but Brahim Diaz plays for Real Madrid.
Yeah, but Brahim Diaz doesn't start. Valverde is the best midfielder in Real Madrid.
Then why does he get shoved right back half the time?
It's because of availability. Anyway, let's move on because we can go on this all day. Number 12. See, for me, this player is cooked. For me,
last World Cup, yeah. This World Cup, nah.
Yeah, no. They've got Son at number 12, and maybe I've got
Korea are an interesting
things
team
to say
in this
about former
though.
ex-Tottenham players. I don't know.
It's an interesting team in this tournament, though, to look at.
Yeah, for sure, and that's gonna be an interesting group, which I believe plays today. They're in that group with Mexico, aren't they?
They will play Czechia late.
That'll be a good game. Actually,
it's crazy because for me, there's 7 hours between the games.
For us.
For everybody,
I'm probably
obviously,
not going to wake up at 5 a.m. to watch Mexico against South Africa. I'm not going to lie, but I will watch Korea Republic against Czech Republic because I think that will be.
The timing is very convenient. The schedule is very convenient for me. I know it sucks for you guys, but the schedule is great for me.
Yeah,
dude, I'm used to 2 a.m. Premier League games. Like 5 a.m. is is light work.
Yeah. That 5 a.m. is light work. But I'm looking forward to like all the ones during the day, the 12 o'clock. This one's a 12 o'clock kickoff. Anyway, we're moving on to number 12 on the list, and I have got the Galactico, the 150 million euro player himself, Julian Alvarez, at number 12. The real,
you have him high.
The real, yeah, dude. I rate here for how many times you brought him up in this podcast, and how many times I've told you he'd be the answer for us.
That's fair. That's fair, Anton. That's very fair.
Rate him.
That's very fair.
I think
the amount of arguments I've had,
the amount of times we've gone back and forth with Rookie. Yeah.
I think he's the answer for us, but I don't think he's like this Galactico.
I think he's the best player on Argentina.
Huh?
That's a conversation. That would have to have a whole conversation. I don't know if I agree with that, but yeah. Y'all are gonna laugh at my next
I have
pick.
him on this list. That's the highest Argentine I have on this list, and I have Julian Alvarez at number 9. I think he had a great tournament the last time. Now I think he's even become. I think he's in his prime where Messi is not. And I think he's going to be more of an important player for Argentina if they're going to do well in this year's World Cup. All right. Which of you guys want to go next?
I'll go so you guys can laugh at me. Again, it's big part of the structure. It's because of the structure of my list. No, it's not American, but you're still going to laugh at me. Virgil van Disney for the Dutch.
Whoa.
It's going to be very important to their tournament, and I think that they could have a good run. But the next player on my list is also very, very close, and it was, back and forth on it. But so we'll find that out in a little bit for the next pick. But yeah,
I have Pedri on my list. Pedri doesn't really crack my top 10 because I think when someone else is the best player on the team, you're not going to really crack the top 10 for me. So I think Pedri is going to play a pretty big role in Spain, and if they win or not, but I'm pretty confident that he's going to play well. But I don't think he is going to have to be the best player on the team for Spain to win the World Cup. But I think we all know that. We all know who has to be the best version of himself for Spain to win. So yeah.
Yep. All right.
Also, I also think Pedri is a bit overrated as well.
By
the way.
Well, Bingo.
Hey,
My dog's like squeaking.
Americans think alike, I guess.
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. He's got Virgil van Dijk all the way up at number 11. Cal, who you got number 11?
Vinicius Junior. Yes, sir. Vinicius Junior. I think not only for his club, not only for his country, but for himself, he needs to have a good tournament because it's like,
hey, babe.
He hasn't been doing that well with Real Madrid. He's not getting that contract renewed. He's trying to run on his contract, or maybe he leaves. He hasn't been playing that well. Well, yes, he hasn't been playing too bad, but like he hasn't been like his best. He's not in any Ballon d'Or conversations, which is something that he's kind of likes to be in. I think he needs to go out there and have a really damn good tournament. Like he can't crash and burn in here. And I think if he does, he benches Rafinha. But if you take Vinicius Junior at his best and you take Rafinha at his best, Vinicius Junior is the best player. Like he's the best Brazilian player on the team. He just is at his best. So Brazil, anything less than the semifinal is an absolute and utter failure. So yeah, a lot of pressure on the shoulders.
Yeah, very interesting. I agree with a lot of what you said there. To be honest, I've got him pretty high on my list. Jake, you were saying that Van Dijk was close with somebody else.
Yes.
Who did you have him as?
For reasons we've already mentioned about Mr. Rafinha's importance, and for some of what Cal just said about Brazil, I think he's going to be very important to their run. But again, my list is structured based on how teams finish in my bracket, and I have Brazil losing in the quarterfinals, and that makes Rafinha the highest on the list for my quarterfinalists.
Fair enough.
I think I've got somewhere around in terms of Brazil.
I do think Brazil's probably going to crash and burn in the quarters, to be honest.
All right.
I agree with that.
Similar idea, but different team as to what Cal was saying. My number 11 is the guy we thought was the 150 million euro guy for Real Madrid, and that's Michael Olise. I think he is going to be an absolute breakout star of this tournament. Look, Cal and I had conversations with Terry earlier in the year. Was Michael Olise better than Saka? I kind of changed my mind on that at this point, to be honest. I think Olise has been so good, so undeniably fantastic, and so fun to watch, while Saka's had a bit of an injury issues. Like, I think Olise pushes one of the best wingers in the world right now. And I think
by the way,
Dembele and Mbappe front three is going to be a big reason why I think France can make it all the way to the final of this tournament. Like that attack is going to be frightening.
By the way, I was do you know Paz? That he's on Mo's channel sometimes. Yeah, so I was watching his last stream and he's talking about
that's true. That's but always been my argument.
He's talking about Saka and his injury because you talk about Saka. But the thing is, it's like you say Olise is better than Saka. Olise is still not better than Saka from 2 years ago, by the way. Saka from 2 years ago scored fucking 20 goals and 10 assists playing in the Prem. Are you out of your mind? That version of we actually forgot what type of player Saka is if he not injured. Anyway,
I would just say on form right now, like overall.
Yeah, on
legacy player.
He's starting to show the world who he is, and he's kind of he has that move, his left foot into the top bins is just no one's stopping him right now. He just keeps scoring that goal. Like last game, he scores the exact same goal every game. No one can stop him. Anyway, that's a good pick.
All right. Well, now we're hitting into the elite of the elite. We're at the top 10. I'll kick it off. And I've got our talisman, Declan Rice, at number 10. The reason being is, I do have a couple of England players ahead of him, but you saw England against New Zealand. You saw England against Costa Rica. You see Arsenal without Declan Rice. You see Arsenal with Declan Rice. Declan Rice is the key piece for England. The entire future of the tournament. Maybe they argue for him to be the top guy on the England team, but certain man who score the goals are more important a little bit. But Declan Rice for me is the chess piece for both Arsenal, for England, and he's the reason why Arsenal won the league, and I think could be the reason why England make it all the way to the final, possibly win it. But yeah, there's so many good players on this list that obviously are going to be.
Wow, JT, that's a brutal comment. That's brutal, bro.
Do you know what, dude?
This is brutal.
Here in Australia right now, it's so bad. My office was like
no, the second half. The second half of that comment is brutal, not the first half.
I see a lot of tissues in the US haven't even played.
Yeah, that's a cheap shot. That's a low blow right there, JT.
All right. Pretty funny. All right. Who wants to go with their top 10, their number 10 first?
Yeah, I'll go next. Somebody I doubt you guys are expecting me to say, but someone who I think is going to have a massive impact for Spain, quietly so, just because of some of the things I've heard. I think Ferran Torres is going to have a very important part to play. Very important part to play for Spain.
I know your premise. I'm keeping that very much.
Yeah, it's all based on the fact that I think Spain are going out in the semis, and so we've gotten into my teams that are going to lose the semifinal.
All right,
fair enough.
Cal,
my pick is, I think it was Florian Wirtz.
Wow, it's so funny. I was sitting there talking about Wirtz. Where was it? Like at number 21, and I'm like looking at Cal. Don't judge me. I know he's been shit this year, and you have him at number 10
because he didn't make my list.
As I said, I'm separating the club football from the international football.
Fair.
He played like absolute garbage for Liverpool all season. Then he scores like a damn near hat trick. I don't know if he scored a hat trick during the international friendlies for Germany. Then he went back to Liverpool, started playing like shit again. Like it's just he plays much better for club. I mean for country right now, and I think for country right now, and I think you can't be player of the season in Germany, be one of the best players internationally, go to Liverpool and be shit, and go back to international football, start playing well again, and then you're just a shit player. I think Liverpool is the problem. Like Liverpool is a problem.
By the way,
and this excellent player.
Just for reference, this shows you that their ball knowledge needs to be updated because they have Luka Modric all the way up at number 10. He didn't even make the list for me.
He didn't make my list either.
Yeah. All right, let's go up to number 9. Cal, you kick us off at number 9. They've got a good player at number 9. Ousmane Dembele scored against us in the Champions League final. I'm actually not going to disagree with that. It's probably about around the ballpark. But Cal, who do you have at number 10?
I have Messi on the list, and not for the right reasons, by the way. I have a Messi on the list for the wrong reasons. I think Messi is going to be the reason why they do shit. So it's like this is like an impact list.
Yeah, this is why you don't pick based on sentimentality.
So if you like is either this is like Messi is literally going to make or break this Argentinian team. So if Messi plays like crap, they sink. If he plays well, they rise. But are they gonna have a formula where Messi's just allowed to just not play football, not press, not do anything? I don't think so. I don't think Inter Miami football is gonna help, and I don't think they have the talent to carry Messi. I just don't. So Messi is my number 9 because my list is also based on impact. So negative impact is gonna have a big because of how bad I think it's gonna be because of him. He's number 9.
All right. Number 9 for me, I have got, again, I don't need to go too much for the explanation. It's literally, you guys both said him. Vinny Jr., I got for me. Look, again, for Brazil, I've always had this theory that they'll do better without Neymar in the team. I think if Neymar doesn't play, they'll have a better tournament than if Neymar does play. I think a lot of for the same reasons that Cal was talking about with Lionel Messi. Like Neymar has had such bad injury issues and declined so badly that he's back at Santos where it all began. And it's still pretty youngish age. Look how much older Messi and Ronaldo aged well, like versus Neymar. And I think Vinny Jr. is the man. Ronaldinho, Neymar. I think it's Vinny. Vinny now. You guys, both guys mentioned the name Rafinha. I think he's all up there as well. But for me, Vinny is the guy. I only had 2 Brazilians on this list. It was going to be Gabriel. It was going to be Vinny, and that's because it's literally about attacking football, and he is the talisman for me for Brazil. I think the future of their tournament lives or dies on his feet. So, Jake, who do you got at number 9?
In the same vein of what you guys are saying, Cristiano Ronaldo. He's going to have an impact on how much Portugal rely on him up top, and if they're going to rely on him for the goal scoring. If he shits the bed, then they're going to struggle to score goals. But I think that once again, I have Portugal going out in the semifinal. And so I think that his impact on their team will be important, but there are other Portuguese players that are coming soon in front of them that are more important to their team. But I think he's important.
All right. I'm going to stick with you, Jake. Number 8, they have Harry Kane on the list. Again, that's fair. That's a fair standing for Harry at number 8. Who do you have at number 8?
Very interesting. I'm going to go with Pedri for Spain.
That's more around where I have Pedri.
I think he's going to be important to their midfield. And I think that if he, once again, same kind of thing. If he kind of doesn't show up to the tournament, I think that they could struggle because they're going to play him a lot, and they're going to rely on him. So he's going to have.
I'm not sure if they even have that many attack intenses. Dani Olmo play for them.
Yeah,
play for Spain.
They do have Dani Olmo, yeah,
almost there. Yeah.
As you guys also mentioned, Fabian Ruiz, but he's more of an 8. Anyway, Cal, who do you have at number 8?
I have Vitinha at number 8. I think
Good shout.
he is. I think he's probably the best player for Portugal. Actually, between him and Bruno. But I think Vitinha is even though I think Bruno is a better player, I think Vitinha's impact is going to be more because Vitinha, these deep line playmakers and setting the tempo is just going to be so important for the way Portugal plays. I think Portugal is probably one of the highest technical ceilings of the tournament because they've really cultivated this group of really young technical players, and I think Vitinha is the heart of that, to be honest with you. And I think he's going to be the heartbeat of that team. And I think it's going to be not quite. He's already had a coming out party, but let's face it, playing for PSG, you're not really going to be that big of a deal. And I think because of the other guys at PSG, the attackers get all the credit. They get all the plaudits. So I think this is going to be a really good time, a time for Vitinha to shine with this Portuguese team. So yeah. Vitinha, he's probably one of the top 3 midfielders in world football right now, and and I think he's going to stamp his authority on this World Cup.
Yeah, great shout. I've got him with his PSG teammate, the guy who scored against us in the Champions League final. I think they had him at number 9. We're gone with Ousmane Dembele, again, former Ballon d'Or, Ballon d'Or, a Ballon d'Or winner, not former, actually, current Ballon d'Or.
He didn't score against us in the final.
Yes, he did. Penalty from the pen.
Oh, did he score the pen?
He took the pen.
He took the pen. Yeah.
Look, Ousmane Dembele, for me, over the last couple of years, has been the most improved player on planet Earth. Think about, he was literally on the trash heap at Barcelona. It seemed like he had injury issues. It seemed like his career was hitting a dead end. Revived it with PSG. He's actually gone further heights than Mbappe ever did at that football club, winning 2 Champions Leagues in a row with Luis Enrique. He's become one of the best attackers there is in world football. Of course, again, Ballon d'Or winner. And I think he's not quite as crucial as Mbappe is for me in terms of the French setup, but he's pretty darn near close. So I have him at number 8.
Dembele doesn't even make my list.
Mine either.
Make your list, really?
Because he's dog shit for France.
Okay. First things first is gone at number 7 with Vinicius Jr. I have gone number 7 with Harry Kane. Again,
The Kane stuff.
yeah. Look,
Kerry Kane.
tends to struggle at the big tournaments for England, which is very, very frustrating. And so, number 7 for me is the exact reason why Cal. It's a little bit less. It's less harsh, as what Cal was saying. But Harry Kane is literally the reason why England will or will not win the World Cup. If Harry Kane can play for England the way he does for Bayern Munich or the way he play for Spurs in terms of his club output, England are winning the World Cup. If it's like it was at Euros where he scored one goal and it was from the it wasn't from the penalty. It was one goal. It was in the group stages. And that's all you're going to get out of Harry Kane from the tournament. England's not winning it. But my logic is no. I'm saying your thoughts of Messi.
I see.
Similar idea, right?
Well, I don't think Kane is washed though. I think Messi's washed.
Yeah. But you get what I'm saying. It's either positive or negative is kind of my idea.
Yeah.
But it's not as it's more on the positive side than it's a negative because I see a team that made it to the final of the Euros with him scoring one goal in the entire tournament. So imagine if he scores a whole heap of goals in the tournament and England are better offensively. I think he's the key. Like Declan Rice for me is the key in terms of he holds the fort down, like the level just changes, but Harry Kane wins you or does not win you the tournament. And that's so I have him in my number 7 spot. Who wants to go Callie want to go number 7?
Yep. I have the other Englishman, the future captain of England, Declan Rice, who's currently now the vice captain of England. Passing up the torches here, people. Declan Rice, he's going to be so key for this England team. I think his ball winning ability is going to be able to set the tone for a lot of these games. I think his set piece delivery, I don't know if you watched that, the friendly, but his set pieces are so important. It's absolutely off the chain, like how good he is at set pieces, corners and free kicks, like the works, and how important that is for these cup competitions. It just is. And he's also going to bring the mentality, and I think he's going to be. Declan Rice is going to be like the glue for that team. I feel like he's just a guy that everyone likes as well, like just from a personality standpoint, as you know. So I think Declan Rice is going to be one of those ones where I think if England does well, it'll be because Declan Rice proves that he's the best midfielder in world football.
Yeah. Jake?
Yeah, I'm liking this. We're down to the names that I don't really have to give an explanation for. For all of the reasons that Cal was speaking of in the last round, I have Vitinha.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, it gets pretty close up here.
Yeah,
it's getting down to where
punch time. Let's move to number 6. This is the
6.
Captain America. Let's go.
6. That's crazy.
I know that's freaking nuts. Cal, who do you have at 6?
I have Michael Elise at 6. Actually, I think this is going to be Elise's coming out party, and I think he is going to be the second most impactful player in France, who is my favorite to win the whole thing. So that's why like 2 French players make my top 10 list. And Elise is just a phenom. He's gonna absolutely cook. And the thing is, for France, it's like, yeah, you put 2 on Elise, oh no, Mbappe has room to dribble. Like, you're finished. So that French team, like, he's gonna get the space because of who his teammates are, and he's gonna absolutely shred. He is gonna shred, and it's gonna be awesome to watch.
Fair. That's fair, JT.
All right, Jake, who's your number 6 player?
Number 6, Bruno Fernandes. For all the reasons said before, I think he will be Portugal's most important player.
Yeah, but both of us had him way lower on the list than you have. So, like,
well, my list again, you have to think about how I'm structuring my list.
Yeah.
You know, I think Portugal go out in the semis, and I think Bruno is their most important player. And after this pick, I will move to my finalists. So
yeah, we all structured it a bit differently.
It's
but yes, I understand the Bruno pick. Actually, I do understand it.
Yeah. Semi-finalists for me, similar idea, but I've got Pedri at number 6. And that's because he's so integral to how Spain want to play. Traditionally, throughout the years, he is your modern day Spain equivalent to Andres Iniesta. They need Pedri to play at the highest optimum level for them to play the De La Fuente football, for him to kind of do what he needs to do to be able to feed Yamal, feed Nico Williams, feed Ferran Torres in the attack for them, and also just keep that thing ticking, keeping the ball. He's the orchestrator of the Spanish team, and Pedri for me is one of the best midfielders there is in world football, and he's also so young. So scary times, honestly, for everyone else. All right, now it's time to move into our top five, and they've got Erling Haaland.
Yeah, girl.
Yeah, okay, I'll go 5. And this is my highest English player I have is Jude Bellingham, and for me, Jude Bellingham is the best player in England. And look, the questions about where Tuchel will play him or how much he values him are up in the air. But for me, if England's going to win, Jude's going to have a big tournament. Jude's the one player. He's the fuck you player in the England team. He's the one who literally goes, fuck this, I'm doing something right now. And if you remember, they almost went out against, who was it where he hit the bicycle kick in the Euros, right? He literally saved the tournament.
I'm hating your team, brother. I hope you guys go out.
Is. I told you it was only a matter of time.
He's made it. We summoned him. We did it.
Apart from Portugal lifting the first World Cup, a footballing country obsessed with the sport but never achieving the biggest prize, it is time.
I'm rooting against. I want Portugal to win it.
You're gonna go in on this now?
I hate all your players. Every single one of them stink. A team of rats. I hate Ronaldo. I think he's self-obsessed and shit, and he should hang it up. And he will be the reason why Portugal doesn't win this World Cup, by the way. I just want you to know that. He's holding your team back. You guys are going to go out to the semi-final, and it's going to be all Ronaldo's fault. Bruno Fernandes is a rat. Bernardo Silva is a rat. João Neves is a rat. Like, they're all rats. I actually like Coutinho, but it's not. It's just too bad for him. But yeah, I'm going to be hate watching your team every match. I can't wait. I can't wait for the Bruno complaints. I can't wait for the Bernardo Silva red card when he kicks someone.
I can't wait to see James Rodriguez dump an absolute perler on their ass in the group stage.
Wow. Okay.
I can't wait for the Ronaldo to miss an open net and then blame his.
He already did. He already did in the friendly yesterday. Put it in the Rose.
All right, we gotta keep this train moving, guys.
My number 5 is Erling Haaland, actually.
There you go.
Oh wow.
Norway is they're my dark horse. It's a long shot. It's a shot. It's that meme of Steph Curry shooting a shot from the moon.
Right.
that's my long shot. But man, I think he could really do something special. And in terms of impact, in terms of how much impact one guy can have on a team, on the national team, Erling Haaland is probably number 1 in terms of just the only reason he's not high is because Norway is not, a favorite.
All right, Jake, number 5.
I think based on, so I made this list before my podcast last night, and obviously before we were discussing it here. And I think because of things discussed last night and things that you've said this morning, Anton, I'm going to have to switch somebody from my list, and I'm going to go the same as you, Jude Bellingham, as number 5. I did have Saka in there, but the injury might come to bite him to where he may not be as impactful.
That's why I took him off the list completely.
As I expected.
Literally, I had him on the list, and then when Tuchel said what he said today, I'm like, he can't define the tournament if
he doesn't play. Yeah. And so I'll give you Bellingham.
Yeah. All right, cool. Number 4, let's go. Almost closing up at the end of the list. We're at crunch time. They've gone with Kylian Mbappe at number 4. I'm really curious to see who's number 1, 2, and 3.
Right.
Probably somebody from the USA.
Of course.
Yeah. All right, Jake, you go. You kick it off. Who's your number 4?
Number 4, his teammate, actually, Mr. Michael Elise, for all the reasons we have mentioned. I do agree, Cal. I think he's going to have a breakout. Yeah, it's going to be big.
Yeah, fair enough.
See, I'm like, oh, I got Michael Elise nice and high on the list, number 11, and you guys are both like, hold my beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. All right, Cal, number 4.
My number 4 is Saka, actually. And the reason why I have Saka is I know he's, working through injury, but the thing is, if he works through the injury and he is actually like managed properly, and especially in the later stages, he becomes fit, which is a possibility, becomes more fit as the tournament goes on. That's on the cards. If that happens, because this is just a what if. Everything is a what if. Right. If that happens, he will be the reason England win the World Cup. If fit Bukayo Saka will be the reason England wins the World Cup if they were to win it. Without him, it's not happening.
There you go.
It's not coming home if Saka isn't playing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Look, we got Noni Madueke on the fucking right hand side.
Jesus.
So there's a vast difference between the two.
And that's why I'm so confident with that.
Yeah, so his absence could be a gigantic impact.
Yes, that's what I mean.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. My number 4, actually, for the same reason, but I guess I'm just gonna, keep taping, is Vitinha. But I think that Vitinha for me is the highest listed midfielder that I have, because I think that highly of him right now. On form right now. Again, I think Declan Rice is up there as well. Again, I just think Valverde is up there as well. But Vitinha, for me, is right now the best midfielder in the world. We won the Champions League 2 years in a row. We got to watch him with our own eyes a couple of weeks back. He is exactly as advertised. He's a fantastic world-class midfield player. All right, top 3 guys. And they've gone. Look,
they've gone with an ad.
Number 3.
They went with Yamal.
They went with an advertisement. All right.
I want to go for this one.
Wow, JT, look at that statement.
Now they give me 12 GA for England in the tourneys.
Then get sold.
Dude, I would do that.
Yes, I would love that.
100%. What I would say, my number 3 is Cristiano Ronaldo.
Wow.
For the same reasons I had my rant, he will be the reason Portugal don't win the World Cup. So, in terms of impact, I think he has the highest. I think if Cristiano Ronaldo literally just stepped aside and stopped being selfish, this team would actually be favorites to win the World Cup for me.
They would dominate. I agree with that.
The world has to live in his shadow, because he will always be number 2. So, so he has the ego of someone who will always wants to be number 1. But you're not going to be.
Funny. It's like a South Park episode.
That's funny as hell.
It's like someone who screams, "I'm the king," because they're not king. That's who you are. So, yep. Cristiano Ronaldo, you will be the reason Portugal don't win this World Cup. Maybe next World Cup, Portugal wins it when you're not around.
No, what it is CR7 has the ego of Zlatan, but nobody is Zlatan.
Zlatan. The thing is, Zlatan does it as a joke. I think Zlatan, it's a joke for Zlatan. Cristiano Ronaldo, it's not a joke.
Zlatan doesn't take himself that seriously. Yeah. All of us take him that seriously.
Yeah,
it's like Cristiano Ronaldo is. He will be the reason that they don't win, and I'll be there.
Shit.
I actually agree with that. I do agree with that. Okay, my number 3 player on my list is Erling Haaland. And I'm happy that I was the one with the highest Erling Haaland rating of us all. Wait, Cal, you didn't have him on the list, right?
Cal had him at 5.
You had him at 5. Right.
I had him at like 17 or some shit.
Right. That was you.
Because you have no way.
Here's the thing about Haaland, right? And we've learned about this dude because he's fucking denied us how many prems over the last few years and stuff. He is
I don't want to talk about
absolute robot machine. One of the scariest players in the world. And this is the reason that I think that Norway is that one team, and Cal said it right, dark horse. Regardless of who else is in that team, they're the one team. Because of him, they can cause an upset and they can beat any team on any day.
Yeah.
He turns up. And so he again, they could go out early stages of the knockout. I see them coming out of the group, but they could also make it to the final. And it's such a large different gap because of him.
They'll at least be one of the best third place teams.
Like when I'm looking, we're going to go through the bracket in a second, right? And every time that Norway come up, you're like, this team should win. But dude, I wouldn't be surprised if fucking Holland bags a few.
And the thing is, they play well. It's not just like in all the international friendlies, they play really well. So yeah, I agree.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Wait.
It's me for number 3.
Cal,
my third pick.
No, Cal. Oh yeah, right. I remember where you did.
Cal said Ronaldo for 3.
Right. I wrote Erling Haaland on you in the list because I'm half asleep.
You're
All right.
asleep.
It is your turn. It's your turn, Jake.
Yes. Once again, like I said, we're down to the finalists for me, and the man, the myth, the legend, the guy who should be captain. It's Declan Rice.
And
we've mentioned why.
To Jake.
We've mentioned why. We've mentioned why, of course, already. Obviously, he's going to have massive impact on England, and so that's why he's going to be very influential for me.
All right, Jake.
Sorloth is an X-Men character. So funny as hell.
Sorloth is a giant. He is an absolute. He's a mammoth of a man. He really is. He's taller than Haaland. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Have you seen them next to each other?
He makes Haaland look human, which is
dude.
really
He's a
fun.
brick shit house.
That Viking blood. Bro,
he's huge.
All right, at number 2, they went with Cristiano Ronaldo, which it angers
Talk
me a
about
little
ego
bit,
stroking.
just because. Yeah, look, I don't have Ronaldo on the list, by the way.
I had Ronaldo on the list for a negative reason.
I'm not going to give him enough. I think he's outdated. We've had enough about the Cristiano Ronaldo thing.
Ronaldo's a black hole. That's why he's in my list.
All right, Cal, kick us off with number 2.
Number 2. Kylian Mbappe. Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. This guy for France, I don't care. First of all, Real Madrid are spoiled brats. I'm pretty sure Kylian Mbappe is still breaking records at Madrid. Like, if you go to Madrid and you're breaking records, it's like you're not human. Like, he's not like there's. Like Real Madrid, because of how crap of a team Real Madrid is, it kind of like overshadows like how brilliant of an individual player Mbappe is, because he's brilliant. And for France, he is absolutely brilliant, and he shows it every single time he plays for France, and he's going to have a really good tournament again. And he will be the main reason why I think France is going to win the World Cup if they do win it. It's him. He's the guy. And when you're the guy on one of the favorites, you get to be number 2, or at least number 1 or number 2.
Yeah, look, hey, it's coming about that time for me as well soon as well with Kylian Mbappe. Jake, who you got number 2? You only got one more after this.
Yes, number 2. Like we've said, the attackers in this tournament are going to be probably the most influential. And the man for the 3 Lions who's going to be bagging all the goals, Mr. Kerry Hayne at number 2.
Wow.
Wow, you have
English players. 2 English players in the top 3.
Guys, spoilers, England are going to play France in the final.
Oh, that was my pick too.
That's why. That's based on my structure. That's how it's.
Yeah, every time I do a bracket challenge, it always ends up being that because of just the way the bracket opens up. Okay, my player at number 2 is Lamine Yamal. Look, me and Jacob sat here. Me and Cal, sorry, we had a debate: Saka or Yamal. Again.
Yeah, that was you look back on that and you regret it, don't you?
Yeah.
We sat here for like almost 2 hours screaming at each other because he's trying to convince me that Saka is better than Yamal. And this is Saka after injury, by the way. This is Yamal, like last year's Yamal.
By the way, I think Yamal is.
I mean, last year's Saka versus
I think Yamal. Wait, is Yamal both of your? I don't want to ruin your number ones. I think he's one of your number ones. But I've got Lamine Yamal at number 2, and the reason being, he's most important attacker player for Spain, brilliant player, still a teenager, and it's him that he's the reason why Spain will or will not win the World Cup from an output perspective. And by the way, one of the reasons why I have him so high on this list is the injury he's carrying. Because when people heard that Yamal was injured and that he might miss the World Cup, people were like, well, Spain's done. And it's true. So for me, I feel like they will win the World Cup if he's healthy and he's doing what he did at Euro 2024. And in fact, I expect more from him at this point. He's gotten better since Euro 2024, and at least from his club career, he's been to the semifinal of the Champions League. Yeah, look, he's the generational player, generational talent, a real Galactico, unlike Julian Alvarez. Oh, I love Julian Alvarez, but not a Galactico. Yeah, that's number 2. All right. Number 1. And according to them,
what do they have? Matt Turner or something?
They've gone with Messi.
Of course. Jesus Christ.
This is casuals, which makes sense.
Very casuals.
There's only so much sport you can watch. All
right. Okay.
My number 1 is Yamal, because as good as Mbappe is for France, France is filled with way more, for me, more killers than France. France has more killers than Spain.
Yeah.
So because of that, I think Yamal has to play at a higher level for Spain to actually go through. Whereas like Mbappe could maybe have 1 or 2 bad games, or maybe about half. Whereas I don't think Yamal is allowed to do that. I think Yamal has to literally be playing at his absolute phenom best. And pressure is on, because this time you're not an unknown dribbling past people who don't know your game and aren't looking forward for you. So you're gonna have to do something, Yamal, and you're gonna have to do something with people knowing how good you are. It's gonna be really interesting. I think he has I think he has talent. I still think Kylian Mbappe is a better player than Lamine Yamal. I just do. But I think Yamal is gonna, if Spain were to win it, he would have the biggest impact on the winning team.
There you go. By the way, I love this message, by the way, from Chada. I miss your live stream so much. I've been waiting for days. It's good that I came across this. I miss your conversation style on the channel. I hope the child grows engagement for us. Thank you so much. Look, to be honest, the Premier League season, in terms of the glorious way it ended, of course, we covered 63 of these bad boys. Between these two co-hosts below me here, I've been here every single day, grinding it out emotionally. Spending a lot of my time that I haven't been giving to my girlfriend and stuff. So I just had to take a bit of a break between, the end of the club season and the beginning of the World Cup, just to kind of, get back to life. Also catch up on some sleep. So yeah, but it's good to be back. I'm going to try to be here live at least at the end of every day of the World Cup. We'll see how much I can maintain that, but or how much the powers that be let me do that. But we'll do our best as this tournament goes on, at least when we get to the knockout stages. I'm not going to be coming here live for Curacao against or another random team in their Cape Verde or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Yeah, we'll be doing our best.
You're not going to watch the Congo versus Uzbekistan? What are you doing? What are you doing, man? Are you even a fan? Come
on. All right, Jake, who is your number 1 player on your list?
So for reasons that have been said already, and I'm going to add some additional reasons. If we look at French footballing history, you go back to 98, their first tournament, and you say Zinedine Zidane, absolute master, absolute MVP of that tournament. You fast forward 8 years to 2006, and Zinedine Zidane once again center stage in a final loss. You fast forward to 2018, my man Kylian Mbappe is center stage for a World Cup final win. You fast forward 4 years, center stage for a World Cup final loss if Kylian Mbappe wins this tournament, in which I guarantee he will become the World Cup's leading goal scorer of all time. He needs 5 goals to hit that mark. He only needs 5 goals to hit that mark.
That's crazy.
And I think he will win the tournament, and I think he will then eclipse Zidane as far as French legacy, just on statistics, right? He will have been to 2 finals already, won 1, lost 1. I think he's going to make a 3rd final, which will eclipse Zidane's record and win it, which means he will have then been a 2nd World Cup and the 3rd for France, thus making him number 1 in French history, with Zidane very, very obviously close as a number 2.
I think he's the only guy to ever get a hat trick in a World Cup final, right? It's only him.
No. More in 66 in the English final when England won. He scored.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Jeez, what a carry job.
57 years separated those two. Like, that's insane.
That's the only other hat trick in a final is when England.
Is that what England needs to win, bro? That's crazy.
A Harry Kane hat trick is the only way they're going to win.
Hey guys,
Kylian scored a hat trick last time and lost
in the World Cup against Iran. So,
there you go. It's Kylian Mbappe for me. I think he's going to leave this tournament with one of the greatest legacies that we've seen.
Yeah. Look, my number 1 player is also Kylian Mbappe, and literally, Jake, you took all of the words that said about Mbappe, all the reasons why I have him as number 1. Look, it's been a rocky road, at least personally, this year with Real Madrid, and as Cal nicely said, though, it hasn't affected his output. In fact, his output has actually gotten better this season than it was a year ago.
That's something I didn't mention. Everybody's calling him a dictator. Everybody's focused on the chaos at Real Madrid. 44 goals in 47 appearances this season.
It's not like his numbers are not.
They're insane. They're just not in the center stage. He's still it's almost a goal a game, and he's
But in La Liga,
yeah. Oh, by the way, JT, his penultimate comment about the Orange Man. If you can find that bet on Kalshi or Polymarket, take it. Because Trump will 150 million% be a part of the winner's photo.
He's guarantee it.
I guarantee it. Put your money down right now.
I already know it right now.
No, he's going to stay in the photo. Put your money down right now. I guarantee Trump will be the one. He'll probably be lifting the trophy right behind whoever's got it in his hands. Trump will be there. And then, just like he's done for the Club World Cup, he will keep the actual trophy in the Oval Office because the Club World Cup trophy is actually in the Oval Office. There's a replica at Stamford Bridge, but the real one is in the Oval Office.
Yeah.
And so the real trophy, the Just Fontaine trophy, will stay in the Oval Office, and a replica will go to the winner of the tournament. I guarantee it.
The less I say about this guy, the better. I love some of JT's comments. The most intern that hates sports a job to do research and create a list. Looking list.
Yep.
Bro, who did this list? So the list was done by First Things First. And by the way, they always do. I must have been made fun of them. I love this show because they make great content. I base a lot of my content ideas that I take from them. They are the kings of creating really what I've built my channel off of.
About American sports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
When it comes to American sports.
Yeah. But yeah, it's that again, the reason why we've done this. And again, we've gone here at this for 2.5 hours. It creates great discussion topic, which I think is amazing. Speaking of which, it's time to put our money where our mouth is. It's almost 2.5 hours, getting into almost midnight for me and Cal. So we need to we need to get into this. So let's do this as quickly as possible. Basically, the way we'll do it is we'll go by each result. We'll do a vote. So obviously, because there are 3 of us, 2 votes wins. One of us breaks the tie. So I want to make just quickly. Let's go through the games: win, loss, or draw. Mexico, South Africa, and we'll kind of just keep track of the table, and that's how we will decide our first, second, and third. That way, that it makes a third place finisher more accurate, and then you get a more accurate table versus, hey, who's got better heritage? Like, heritage doesn't help your goal difference. So all right, guys. Mexico, South Africa. First game today. What do we say? I think what will I have? I think Mexico will win.
Same.
All right. So Mexico, 3 points. All right. Czech against South Korea.
Draw.
Czech Republic against South Korea. South Korea.
What did I put in my thing? I also think draw. Yeah, I think draw. All right, next one. What's who plays in the second one? It's the same group. We're doing the same group, so not going through all the fucking games. All right, so Czech against South Africa.
Czechia.
All right. So that means Czech is on what, 4 points?
Mm-hmm.
And South Africa's on 0.
Do y'all agree with that at least?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some of these games it's like either it's kind of like it's very hard to
Mexico against the Korea Republic.
Draw.
Yeah, that's a draw.
I'd say draw. Yeah, I'd say draw. So Mexico's on 4, Korea's on 4 as well. Czech's also on 4. So it's
Korea's on 2 right now.
Oh, Korea's on 2. You're right. So it's going to go down to the last game. Mexico against the Czech Republic. Who wins the group?
Draw.
Okay, so
that's also a draw. Yeah.
They're both on 5. And then I'm going to guess we all have Korea beating South Africa.
I have Korea beating South Africa by the most in the group, and therefore in mine, Korea wins because they'll all be on 5 points, and Korea will have the best goal difference.
All right, so I guess now we're just going to be splitting the 3. So we're going to have. All right. So we got Korea. They're all on 5.
I mean, do you agree with that? Or do you think Mexico will beat South Africa by more?
I think Mexico, to be honest, being in Mexico, I think that they're going to play really well offensively. I actually think that tonight's game could be a bloodbath.
Honestly, but JT's right. JT's right. Like if Patrick Schick goes off, Czechia could beat South Africa by 2 or 3 goals.
I think we're gonna have to do be a bit faster with these ones, boys. It's almost midnight away.
Yeah. Why don't we just pick who's gonna? Why don't we just pick the winner?
Yeah, that's what I think.
All right, cool. I look, for me. This was my order when I did it earlier. I had it Mexico 1, Czech Republic 2, Korea Republic 3, and South Africa 4. What about you guys?
I think Korea, Mexico, Czechia, any one of them could be 1, 2, and 3. I think any order there. I have Korea, Mexico, Czechia, but I think any of it.
Yeah, I did Mexico, Korea, Czechia.
So I agree with that. So 2 votes got Mexico winning a group then.
I agree with that. Sure.
I think Mexico and Korea just go through. I think that's the easiest way to do it because we all did predictions. We just picked the most popular one.
All right,
cool.
Especially for these group stage ones.
Absolutely.
All right, so second place.
There's a lot of groups.
So the second place most popular, I guess we have Korea because you got them as your winner, right? Yeah. And then Czech. Yeah. Okay, cool. But keep in mind we have Czech on 5 points. So, all right, Switzerland, Canada, Qatar, and what's it called? Bosnia.
I had Switzerland 1, Canada 2.
Okay.
I had Canada 1, Switzerland 2. And the reason why is because, to be honest, I don't know if there's much of a difference. I think Canada's got some good players like Jonathan David, Alphonso Davies.
They're going to struggle to score goals, bro. They've never scored a World Cup goal ever. They're going to struggle.
But so does Switzerland.
Nah,
bro. Shaqiri's not there anymore.
Switzerland, they always
and they have a lot more tournament experience.
Always. Plus, Xhaka is like we've just.
Look, hey, you guys both have. If you guys both have got Switzerland winning it, then that's it, right?
Yeah.
So we're not going to go on. So we all think Canada's second, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. I think that Bosnia will be third.
I have Bosnia third, but I don't think they'll advance. They'll be one of the worst third place teams.
All right. Yeah. All right. Next up, Group C. I think. Look, Morocco's got a good shot, but I have Brazil first.
Morocco have to beat Brazil in the first game. The very first game is the decider of this group. Morocco have to beat Brazil. If they don't, Brazil will win the group.
Yeah, it's Brazil, Morocco, Scotland.
Agreed. Agreed. 100%.
Yeah, I think
this is one of the most straight, one of the most.
Yeah.
This is one of the easiest 1, 2, 3, 4 groups in the.
Fair enough.
All right, cool. USA, Turkey, Australia, and Paraguay.
This is going to be different for all of us.
I've got. Wait, who do I have? I think I have Turkey winning. I think Turkey and US will both end up on 7 points, just because I think Australia and Paraguay are that bad, and I think they'll draw.
I agree with that.
But the reason why I think Turkey will finish ahead is I think they got more goals in them.
I disagree completely.
I think
Xhaka to Bosnia is
and
Vin Diesel is to Fast and Furious.
That's funny, JT. No, I think after watching Turkey in the qualification groups to get into the tournament, they were sit and counter all day long, and they're finishing. Yeah, maybe Arda Güler is going to have a breakout tournament, but maybe Çalhanoğlu from distance is going to be important for them. But I just think that USA are going to beat Australia by more goals than Turkey will, and I have USA winning the group.
All right, I got Turkey winning the group. Cal, you break the tie. You pick the tie.
You're the decider.
I did Turkey.
Fair enough.
First.
Sorry, Jake, but USA is definitely a safe second.
I also have Paraguay going through. They'll be one of the top eight.
I had Australia third. Then we're not getting dashed out in the groups.
Australia's not going to beat Paraguay. Paraguay finished in front of Brazil in the freaking CONMEBOL qualifying, bro. They're not gonna.
Yeah, I gotta second that. As much as I want to big up Australia, right, and I hope they do well, they have no quality in that team. It's actually pretty dire.
You heard it here first. This guy's a traitor. Anyway.
That's awesome.
Jake thought the two Australians would team up on him and be like, "Nah, Australia over Europe."
Nah, you guys are self-aware.
I'm pretty self-aware. All right. This is a good group. Germany,
group.
Ecuador. I think all of them are getting points against Curacao. We think we all agree, right?
Yes.
Lots of them.
So that makes it interesting. Let's just do it quickly. Germany against Ecuador. Who wins?
Germany.
I did Germany first and Curacao
Germany,
Cote d'Ivoire second, actually.
I had Ivory Coast second as well.
No, put that in there because I agree with that 100%. Germany,
dude, Dundee Amande as well.
Dude, if you look at Ivory Coast's squad, holy shit, their attack is gonna be. They're gonna be a fun team to watch. They're gonna be fun.
Big shout out to my man Piero and Capi. I think they are still gonna make it as a third place team.
Ecuador are gonna be tough to score against, and I think they'll go through as one of the best third place teams.
Yeah. I mean, you have to have eight of to be one of the four worst to not make it as third place. All right, moving on. Netherlands, Japan, Sweden, and Tunisia. Guys, my boy Victor Gyökeres.
You put Sweden first or second, didn't you?
No, I put Netherlands first.
Okay. I have Japan above Sweden.
You really Sweden's a difference maker for
Sweden. Sweden literally
here's the thing about this group. Here's the thing about this group.
On a technicality in the World Cup. They qualified on a technicality, bro.
Yeah, the Nations League. The Nations League stuff. Yeah.
You know what,
Sweden.
But
let them in at your peril.
In those playoffs, our boy stepped up big time.
Japan
I have Sweden second.
Solid as a team.
By the way, he could have been.
Here's the funny thing.
If we thought Sweden would do better in this tournament, Gyökeres could have been in that 26 list. If we thought they could have done better.
Yeah. Here's the funny thing about this group is when I did my bracket, I had Japan third. But then when I went and I was making bets, one of my futures bets was constricted on how low the odds could be. And so I ended up betting Japan to win this group.
Really? So I got Netherlands. So let's do the votes.
Yeah.
I got Netherlands winning the group. Who else is with me?
Yeah. That's what I actually think, not where my money is, but that's what I actually think is going to happen.
All right, cool.
But I think
I got Sweden second. I had Sweden second.
So did I.
Oh, you think that Japan's
going to finish
third in the group?
There's no Matoma, and they're going to be relying on
Gyökeres and Isak.
Dude,
and Kulusevski.
Sweden is butt cheeks. You're going to see for yourself. It doesn't matter.
Fair enough.
You're going to see for yourself. You're going to see for yourself.
Let's keep it high.
Isak's going to get like one-on-one, and he might miss. And that's going to be like the game. You actually
I
have to have like a
disagree with that.
midfield to win football games. Can't just be two
All right.
strikers, bro.
All right, let's move on. Group G: Belgium, Iran, Egypt, New Zealand. I think we can all safely assume that New Zealand is getting
In that order.
nothing from this group.
Yeah, I have Belgium, Egypt, Iran, New Zealand.
Same.
What did I have? I had Belgium, Egypt, and Iran, New Zealand. Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
Iran will not go through. They'll be one of the worst third place teams.
Yeah,
I
that'd
agree.
Yeah, New Zealand is
agree.
just absolute dog shit.
Yeah. All right. Group H. I think Group H is. I think Spain and Uruguay will come down to who wins that game, and I think Spain has the better.
I disagree.
To be honest
I disagree with that.
Hmm?
Uruguay are
Spain-
shit. Uruguay are
No,
not. a
yeah,
good team.
yeah. I know. This is one of the
Uruguay
worst
are
groups.
Not a good team.
The fact that Spain got this group is like very. Like,
I think Saudi Arabia will beat Uruguay. Yeah, everyone laughed and then Saudi beat Argentina. Everybody laughed and then Saudi beat Argentina, bro. So keep laughing. I think they're gonna beat Uruguay.
No. I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing because I think it's a bad take. I'm laughing because I think it's probably gonna happen.
Plus, I have a it did. I have a healthy hatred for Uruguay as well.
Drop out. Matt, Jake, Cal.
I have a healthy hatred for Uruguay as well, not least of all because of their precious vampire, but also because when they played the USA a few months back in a friendly, Rodrigo Bentancur was trying to hurt people. Araujo was trying to hurt people. These guys are scumbags. Absolute scumbags, these guys. Not to mention Bentancur plays for a scumbag team. And so I hope they lose all. I hope Cape Verde beats Uruguay. I detest them. They're my least favorite team in the tournament.
But you said that Uruguay would
see
win
that?
the group.
That's how I feel about Portugal. See that?
No, Uruguay are going to the third. Spain are
So
going
we have all Spain winning a group, right?
I have Spain, Saudi, Uruguay, Cape Verde.
Okay, I've got Spain, Uruguay second.
I have Spain, Uruguay as well.
Fair enough. I hate that.
I think Saudi third. Yeah, Cape Verde could easily be the worst team in the tournament. I mean, next to Curacao.
Yeah, bro. Qatar's not a good team either. Iraq's not a good team either in the next group.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of. To be honest, I think it'll be a lot of blowouts and also a lot of draws. That's what I'll say.
Bro, Mbappe might break the goal scoring record versus Iraq in the one game.
Speaking of which, Group I: France, Senegal, Norway, Iraq. See, Senegal and Norway of it all are very, very interesting.
Like the fact
this
that
is an interesting group.
And by the way, both Senegal and Norway are capable of like scamming a win of France. By the way, it's not.
That's what makes this one tough. That's what makes this one so tough. Yeah.
You guys think that it's not possible for France to get all 9 points?
Well, it's possible. Obviously,
it's possible, but I don't think that. I think that they draw one of these games. Maybe.
I don't. I think they'll get all 9 points, but I
think Norway and Senegal draw the game they play each other, which is
yeah, and everyone beats Iraq.
I have France winning.
Yeah, I have France winning. The question is, I had Norway as second.
Goal difference?
So did I.
Definitely Norway.
Because of goal difference, exactly. Because of Haaland.
Because Erling Haaland might score 7 goals versus Iraq as well. Yeah,
right. Exactly.
Dude, Iraq has to play against Haaland.
Bro,
and
Iraq's gonna have a negative 25 goal difference at the end of the tournament, bro. They're gonna ship 20 goals, bro.
That's absolutely insane. But
it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad news bears.
Did the US handpick this list? They just
Probably.
put Iraq in this list.
And they made it so they can be quick out of the country quick,
Yeah, probably, bro.
Yeah, all right. Argentina, Austria, Algeria, Jordan.
I put Argentina, Jordan, Algeria, Austria.
You have Jordan is second?
Yeah, I don't know why I had Jordan second.
I don't know why you did that. Yeah, that's weird. I had Algeria second.
I have Jordan with 0 points.
They're not getting points. I have Algeria second. Yeah.
Maybe because of the sound.
I had Austria second.
Yeah.
So Cal, you're gonna have to break this tie with a sensical pick instead of Jordan.
Yeah, Austria or Algeria.
Cal, I pick Algeria. I'll pick Algeria.
There you go.
Yeah.
And
I think the Middle Eastern's a pretty spicy.
I have Austria drawing with Algeria, thus Austria goes through as one of the best
third place
teams. Yeah, big up Donu Sam from Jordan, of course.
Yeah. big up Don. All right. I think Portugal, yeah.
Yeah,
To be honest,
I think they'll
I
just
think
beat
Portugal,
Colombia.
Colombia comfortably 1 and 2. I think.
I think they'll just
but
beat Colombia.
Congo,
Congo will be difficult, and I think they'll surprise a lot of people, but I don't think they're going to make it.
They ain't beating Colombia.
They're not beating either of them, and I actually have them drawing Uzbekistan, so they're going to be one of the worst third place teams.
Uzbekistan is like that.
They're so young. They're so young. They won the youth Asian Cup or something. They won the Youth Asian Cup 2 years ago, but their whole team is like 23 years older and younger.
Their entire playbook is the get away with not giving a penalty Kuzanov challenge. You know
exactly. Yeah.
That'll be their whole thing. So we call group Portugal, Colombia. Do we have Congo or Uzbekistan?
Doesn't matter. Neither of them. They won't be one of the best third place teams, so it doesn't matter.
Just humor me. Congo or I have
Congo is a team of men.
Congo is third, and they will not make it out of the group. In my opinion.
All right, here we go. England, Croatia, Panama, Ghana. I know. Cal has got some, because we put Semenyo in the group.
So I have England.
Get any Croatians in there. I got England winning the group. Do we all agree?
Yeah.
I have England.
So this is hard. Croatia or Ghana.
Croatia, they're washed. They still rely on Modric. They're gonna get spanked. Ghana's gonna go through.
See, here's the thing.
I have way too much respect for Croatia in World Cup tournaments, bro. One of the first videotapes, VHS tapes, where I taped the semifinal of the 1998 World Cup, where Mr. Zuckerman scored right before halftime. Of course, Lilian Thuram absolutely dunked on him in the second half, but still, Croatia in World Cup's different gravy, bro. Second place for me.
Yeah, for me, I'm gonna go Croatia second too, and the only reason is because they're the one team in here. Nostalgia. They're the one team in this group that I could see getting a draw against England. For some reason, it's just England have a bad.
You so physical on midfielders, they're finished.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just the 2018 World Cup.
They're gonna get the ball off of Anderson and Declan Rice. Good luck.
Hey man, don't count out even Perisic at 39 years old or whatever.
All right. Here we go. Let's use our heads though. These third place teams. So think about the difficulty
Senegal,
of the ability for these players, these teams to get goal difference or the more points. So for instance, we know the Czech Republic for sure are
Czech
through.
Republic, the best third place team in my opinion.
I think Ecuador will go through. I think Senegal will.
That's my list.
Japan and Senegal.
Yeah,
I don't have Japan making it actually.
Ghana.
You think Japan is just Matoma? Is that like you think Japan is just like Matoma?
No, but I think they're going to struggle. They were the last team to not make it in my bracket.
I got Japan going through.
Who the hell? These teams that are left that are not going
it's about their opponents. It's about the goal difference of their opponents.
It's about the goal difference, and yes, these teams aren't going to play them to get there.
It's not because Japan is whatever in tournaments. It's because they're not going to score a bunch of goals versus Sweden. They're not going to score a bunch of goals versus Netherlands. And I've been told that Tunisia are no mugs, so they're not going to score a bunch of goals versus Tunisia either. And I think other teams will have higher goal differences, and it'll cost them. But as far as our bracket, that's my bracket. As far as our bracket's concerned,
the thing is,
but the teams that remain, Japan in, so
the teams that remain, I think they're so garbage.
I was going to say, Austria is going to go through. Would we agree?
Yeah, I have them going through.
And I'd say Ghana because Cal had Ghana as well as a second place team.
I have Ghana as the best team to score 3 points in mine. Yeah.
So that leaves us with 2 spots.
It's
we've said Senegal, right? You put Senegal in, right?
Yep, Senegal. Yeah, so we're down to Iran, Paraguay. I think Paraguay is going to get a win against Australia. I think Paraguay makes it.
You already have Ecuador. I have Paraguay.
You think Australia is going to end up in the group with 0 points?
I do.
0 points minus 10 goal difference.
I have Scotland going through as well.
I've got Bosnia.
No, Bosnia aren't going to score enough goals. They're not going to score enough goals. I think Scotland are going to score more against Haiti than Bosnia will against Qatar.
Wins.
No, listen. No. Listen to what I just said, though. Scotland is going to score more goals against Haiti, and they will lose by less against the other two than Bosnia will score against Qatar. And I think Bosnia I don't think they're going to beat Canada or Switzerland. I think that Scotland will have a better goal difference because they'll probably 2-0, 3-0 over Haiti.
Fair enough.
Do we all think Paraguay will go through, though? Or Cal thinks that Paraguay's getting a draw against Australia or losing to Australia.
Yeah, I have
Paraguay. Cal's had them as fourth. That's right. You got them as fourth.
Paraguay. Yeah, Paraguay is just
Paraguay and Scotland for me are the two teams in our list.
I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that.
Yeah,
I'm happy with that. All right.
Oh yeah, I forgot you guys had Australia finishing last.
Yeah, that's right. We did. All right. Bro. We get to the knockouts of rounds. Germany against. We get to hear the knockout rounds. Round of 32. Germany against Paraguay. I think I'm going Germany.
Germany, obviously.
All right, cool. France. I got France against Japan.
Obviously.
All right, cool. That's insane. Round of 16 already. Korea against Canada.
Korea.
I think Canada.
I think
because they're at home.
Bro, Canada have not scored a goal in a World Cup ever. Korea are World Cup perennials. Korea will beat Canada.
It's the first time they've hosted the World Cup.
Oh, I mean, it's a vote. It's a vote.
It's a dark horse. These things happen in World Cups. It always happens.
Yeah.
Bro, Canada had so much hope. There was so much positivity and optimism about Canada going into 2022, and they were dog shit. But hey, if you guys disagree, then it's 2-1.
No maple syrup in Qatar, mate. They're on home turf.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I got Canada.
Fair enough. We'll keep it hot.
Netherlands. Ooh, you know what? I think Morocco.
I think Morocco beats them, by the way.
I think Morocco beats Netherlands.
Wait, does Morocco beat Netherlands?
Netherlands will beat Morocco. Morocco. Who's going to score goals for Morocco?
Who's going to score goals for the Netherlands? And don't say Brian Brobby.
Baby, don't put some respect on my man Brian Brobby's name. Okay, Cody Gakpo is going to shit the bed and get subbed out, and Brian Brobby's going to have a breakout tournament. I don't know why people don't respect the fact of what Sunderland did this season.
By the way, wait. Can we allow it to be Morocco against Canada? We're match fixing. As one of them going to get to the quarters?
Yeah.
Netherlands are going through.
Netherlands are going through.
Yeah. All right.
That's 2-1. Netherlands going through.
It sucks that they had to face Netherlands early, but yeah.
Oh, this is a good one.
Colombia versus Croatia.
I got Colombia.
Yeah, Croatia's dusty.
Yeah, I have Colombia as well.
Okay, I think we all got Spain. Yeah. Ooh,
Turkey versus Ecuador.
Turkey.
Dude, Ecuador.
I don't know, man. Ecuador have a very good defense. They have a very good defense. Hincapié plus Moises Caicedo in front of them.
So you guys both.
Isn't Pacho Ecuadorian as well?
Pacho is also Ecuadorian. Yeah.
Bro, their defense is lights out, man. They're gonna beat Turkey.
But then Turkey has the better attack.
Oh man, are you counting out Inter Valencia?
Oh well, you're missing about the midfield power of Hakan Çalhanoğlu.
It's gonna be tight, but that's gonna be a low scoring tight 1-0 game.
Wait, is Çalhanoğlu from
Turkey?
It's from Turkey.
Hakan Çalhanoğlu is Turkish. He's probably the captain.
Oh yeah, Turkey's going through.
He's probably the captain.
Oh, okay, I got Turkey as well. Also
all right,
Turkey.
So you beat me. All right, fair enough.
All right, cool. Belgium against. Actually, it's gonna be harder than you think.
That's gonna be a tough match.
I still got Belgium.
Belgium actually has they're underrated. They're one of the most underrated teams right now.
Doku's on fire right now, bro.
Yeah.
There's this one player. I think he plays Serie A. Belgian player who's lighting it up this year.
Talking about De Ketelaere? Charles De Ketelaere?
Yeah, Charles De Ketelaere. That's it.
Plays for Atalanta.
That's right. Yeah.
Atlanta.
He's in that team. Yeah. Oh, my boy Gabriel against Gyökeres. Oh no! Brazil.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun to watch. Gyökeres trying to do something against Gabriel. It ain't gonna happen, but it's gonna be fun.
So basically, you have two attackers versus the entire Brazilian team.
Yeah,
Brazil happens to have the best defensive pairing.
4-0 Brazil.
Yeah, this
Nah,
is
Sweden's
actually the
getting some-
worst
We're gonna
matchup.
destroy them, bro. This ain't even a
This is-
question.
Actually, the worst matchup for them.
That's a terrible matchup.
This is a good matchup though.
This
Norway
is gonna
against
be a
Scotland
great
host.
game. That's gonna be so fun.
I gotta, to be honest, that the thing we talked about earlier about Holland.
It's
Norway's
Norway,
gonna
but it's gonna be a fun game. Norway.
Yeah, it'll be a very, very fun game.
And then it's going to be Holland versus Gabrielle again.
Then again,
Norway versus Brazil.
Dude,
But that's
the
next round.
worst.
Keep going.
That's insane.
This is
game.
I gotta go Mexico because of home advantage here.
Yeah.
See, so this is where our bracket's different. We have Mexico, Scotland here. Is that the matchup?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I got Mexico winning.
Where is it? Oh God, it's at Azteca. Yeah,
Azteca.
Mexico's gonna win that for sure. At Azteca, yeah, for sure.
Oh, this is a tough opening round game for England, to be honest. But I got.
If England can't beat Senegal, they
don't deserve it.
in this competition.
Same.
Didn't we play them in the same round last year? 2022.
I don't remember.
This should be barbecue chicken. Come on.
But yeah,
Yeah,
England should smoke them. Yeah.
Yeah, England should win. Ooh, we got a derby here. Argentina against Uruguay. I think
Uruguay.
Argentina
Oh,
gonna
what?
shit on them. Uruguay are trash, bro. They're so
I said that
bad.
to piss you off.
They're scumbags too, man. Argentina are definitely gonna beat them.
All right.
USA versus Egypt.
So
USA,
I actually have
baby.
Egypt.
USA.
USA.
I actually have Egypt winning this, but
Actually,
USA.
you know what? You know what,
USA.
Jake? I'm gonna back you.
Yeah, bro.
Salah's has not been in good form. Like Salah, I think this is one of the best US teams they actually have. No joke. They've been in
It
a while,
is.
and it's they're at home.
Our standards low. Our standards really low. So that statement isn't, whatever. But yeah, it is one of our best teams.
I think
Yeah,
Egyptians have been complaining about their own national team though. So yeah.
Yeah, I think USA wins. And okay, another derby: Switzerland against Austria. I gotta go with Swiss.
The Swiss.
Yeah,
And Portugal. Just
Portugal.
need to think about it.
yeah.
Portugal. for sure.
All right, let's go bottom to the top because I can't be bothered scrolling all the way. back
Portugal
up.
again.
Portugal again.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
Argentina are going to smoke
Argentina.
us. They'll smoke us. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the end. The ceiling has been reached.
There it is.
England are going to pop the bubble of the hosts. Even they're going to go to Azteca and win.
Yeah, they'll be.
This is going to be a scary game, by the way, for England.
Yeah, it will.
But I
Yeah.
do think
Play
we'll get
Mexico
through.
at home. Yeah. Dude,
I,
get
they'll
that.
be
I,
good,
do- I think we'll get through.
If they don't, absolute embarrassment.
Yeah,
I
for
would love-
sure.
I would love for them
sure.
to leave. I would love for them to get cooked and then leave so Saka could come home though.
Oh, this one's fucking hard, guys.
Brazil.
No way.
Really?
See, I could easily see Norway winning.
I think
I'm
Brazil
so-
underachieves heavily. I think Brazil
I'm
heavily
so-
underachieves this World Cup.
I'm so.
I
Oh my God, I'm
disagree,
so
man.
torn.
I
with
think
this.
I think this is the World Cup where Brazil actually starts thinking about like what they're doing about their footballing. Because Brazil footballing has been on a steady decline.
Wait.
So,
But what's
yeah.
wrong with look at the team. Look wait, we go back to the Brazil team. All right.
It's gonna be Casemiro and Bruno Guimaraes
Yeah, we got Bruno and then Mateus Cunha.
and Mateus Cunha. Yeah, my lineup for Brazil would be Guimaraes, Casemiro, Cunha in the 10, Vini, Thiago, and Rafinha, and then
Yeah.
of course Gabriel Marquinhos in the back. So I think.
the fullbacks are a bit weak.
But our Norway are going to be trying to feed the beast. They're not going to be trying to go down the flanks.
But you know what, Gabriel.
It'll be more of a central. I mean, maybe they might try to get crosses in to Holland.
I
don't
think push
like
comes to
Brazil
shove. I'm
just-
picking Brazil.
Brazil,
But
yeah.
but man,
You did
if I would not be
Norway's gonna beat them.
surprised if Norway won. it.
Because Brazil, they have the players, it's just they're not cohesive. They just don't play good football, and they will get popped. And Odegaard will just thread balls through for Erling Haaland, and it's like you go 2-0 up, like they're just gonna get cooked. They're gonna get cooked.
What's
They don't have a
Odegaard's
cohesive
history
midfield.
with Cass.
I don't know, man. I'm leaning Brazil. I'm leaning Brazil.
I gotta say that just the overall quality. It's so
It's
hard
tough.
because
It's
I
close. It's close.
Honestly, if Norway win it, I would not be surprised.
I won't be
If
surprised either.
fucking
But
Holland scores and
yeah,
but I gotta go.
my bet for a la upset alert, Anton. My bet would be Brazil to win, Erling Haaland to score.
Yeah, yeah, probably.
Oh, fair enough.
Turkey against Belgium.
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 See, look, you guys have both. I would have actually gone with the Turks, but I think highly of this Turkish team. But Belgium goes through. Colombia.
Spain.
Okay, I think Spain.
Yeah,
Spain.
for sure.
Netherlands.
Netherlands.
Yep.
Yeah.
France.
Oh, no.
Sorry, Germany.
Oh. Yeah, France is just too good.
Yeah, way too good.
France is too good. All right, France against Netherlands. I think I'm gonna go France.
France.
I'm gonna go France.
I think,
All right, cool.
I think Netherlands had a really nice run. They didn't have to face any teams until this point, really.
Yeah, I know. And then they had to
Spain.
go and play against the favorites. Spain against, but yeah, I think for sure that's the end of the
Spain
road
for
for
sure.
Belgium. England. It's hard though.
England
I think
bottle
England's
drops.
more cohesive. I think
England
England wins the
bottle drops,
midfield
but-
battle. I think England.
Yeah, England England beats Brazil.
Yeah. Last
Messi
one.
versus
Messi,
Ronaldo. Portugal.
And I think Portugal is a better overall talent, I think,
For
overall
sure.
on the team. It's not be because of Ronaldo. It's going to be because of Vitinha and because of Neves and because of Bruno and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I think that's why.
Portugal. 100%.
We've actually set up my semifinals, the same semifinals that I've had.
Same.
Oh, this is
Portugal.
hard.
Portugal.
England.
Or no, I had England actually. I had England. So yeah.
I got
Really?
England.
You think England's not beating Portugal, by the way?
Dude, do you know why? I look at
What is
Portugal-
England going to do against that midfield? It's not going to happen. Doesn't matter how many chances Ronaldo.
Oh, because our
to be
midfielder
honest-
mugs.
to be
Because
honest,
England's
the
midfielder
absolute-
mugs.
Here's the
We
thing.
have the-
Here's-
Tuchel is going to play
Cal, you're missing
Anderson.
something.
This is what you guys don't understand. England had the potential to play a game. He's going to start Declan Rice and Anderson in a double pivot and put like Eze in the 10 or something like that. And that's
Bellingham,
not going to
yeah.
work. Eze or
Guys.
Bellingham in the 10. And that's going to be dry. It's going to be
Cal.
too dry.
The difference here is Vitinha and Neves are amazing. Bruno are amazing, but they're all small. One thing
No,
I
it doesn't
noticed
matter.
when Vitinha played against us is just he looked tiny. He was amazing, but he still looked tiny.
He dove a lot. He fell on the ground and held his
With
hands
Anderson and
because
Rice,
the wind
it's like
blew
having
up his
two
twat.
Rices. It's like having two of Rice. I feel like the one team that could be the kryptonite of that midfield,
No,
the one midfield in the entire tournament is England's because of the size.
We literally saw what happens when you do this in the Champions League final. They had all the ball. It didn't matter.
And what the fuck did they do with it? They had to get a penalty to score. They didn't do fuck
Here's the
all.
other thing, though. Here's the other thing. I think England.
But the thing is, they have Anderson, and Anderson is overrated. This is what you guys don't understand. This isn't. If this was Declan Rice and Caicedo double pivot, I would understand. But it's freaking Anderson, bro. He's not that guy. Like, people overrate this player so much. He's not doing it against proven. He hasn't proven anything. You're starting that guy against like players who've literally done it on the world stage. Like, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
That's fine.
You can't-
You're outvoted.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, look.
Fair enough. But I don't think it's gonna work.
The other thing is that I
They're gonna be too
actually
dry.
think here's a bit of a secret, right? I don't really rate Portugal's attack. Like it's Ronaldo, who I don't even have in my top 26. It's Leao, who's been off form for 2 seasons, and it's Trincao. For England, the other way.
I'm pretty sure
England, the
Conceição
other way,
plays
you
for
have
Portugal
Harry
as well.
Kane, you have Saka, you have potentially Bellingham or Eze or Rogers or Rashford. Like, I just think that England have more.
England will
avenues to
win.
score.
England will be here.
I don't know why you guys. I don't know why you guys keep mentioning players when, like, you did the same thing with Brazil. When these players, they don't perform. Like,
And
these
when has
attackers don't
Portugal? When has Portugal performed? They've won one major trophy in my lifetime.
which is one more than
England
England.
haven't won in 2020
That's
since
fair.
1966.
And Brazil hasn't won shit for like how long? So
At least they've won in my lifetime.
I mean,
I was
I'm just
3.
saying.
And well, no,
England-
they've won twice. They won 94 and 2002, Brazil.
Yeah, with freaking Ronaldinho in the team. Like, come on, what we're doing here? Like, we're not like, like it's not the Brazil.
No, I'm not saying this Brazil team is the 02 team. I'm not saying that.
Here's the other thing,
standard.
Cal.
I'm saying
Here's the other
Brazil are a better
Portugal-
footballing nation than
Here's
Portugal.
the other thing, Cal, you're missing. Here's the thing you're
Portugal,
missing, Cal.
Portugal as a team has proven that they're capable of actually winning shit.
Here's the thing you're missing,
as
right?
well. So
I don't know, man. 5-0. If you're talking about footballing nation's legacy, 5-0 on World Cups is pretty fucking big.
I'm not talking about legacy. I'm talking about the team,
guys. And I think, Cal, I might sway you here, right? Vitinha and Neves, when they play for PSG, play for Luis Enrique. When they play for here, they playing for
freaking Roberto Martinez
against Thomas Tuchel. And I think tactically, Tuchel is the better manager. And I think
Roberto Martinez is the sole reason that Belgium's golden generation were dog shit.
They also don't have an absolute vacuum black hole up front, which is Ronaldo. They don't have to play with that in PSG.
Yeah, England.
I don't think Portugal is going to win. I think they lose in the final, but you're going to see what this England team's going to look like for us to be.
We'll see.
It's going to be. They're going to choke.
Fair enough.
We'll see. I got England going through. We've outvoted you. All right.
France.
Wow. Okay, you guys made that easy. All right. Cool.
And France again.
Yeah.
Okay, you outvoted me. Okay, France win.
You think it's coming home then? All right.
I think it's coming home,
bro. Not before
If we're there, we're fucking there. You know.
Not before your kids are teenagers, mate.
So that's why I was waiting. That's why I was waiting for you guys decide first. That way I could be the deciding vote if they were to come, and I would have crowned it. But because I thought Jake was going to say something about like England. I don't know why.
No, remember my speech about killing Mbappe?
Right. Yeah, I know.
Dude,
right.
Imagine having to like play against Kylian Mbappe, Elise, and these guys in the final, bro. Like, come on.
Imagine we just played against elite. Oh no, we didn't. Never mind. We played against players of that ilk,
and then we're subbing on Jed Spence as right back.
That's a disgrace.
In extra time, imagine
that's a disgrace, bro.
You know, this is why I don't believe they like. You do realize that Cole Palmer's home. Lewis Hall's at home. All these guys, all the young talents at home. This guy from Crystal Palace, Adam Wharton is home. All the technical ballers are literally not playing for the team.
I was gonna say something to wind you up a lot, but I won't.
You got slow as hell, overrated as hell. Elliot Allison. They're gonna sign him for 120 million, and he's gonna be like half the player ISIS. I guarantee.
The problem, like it's a whole other kettle of fish. The problem is, they want the whole 120 paid up front, which is
no, I'm pretty sure they said they just wanted it without bonuses.
Word. Anyway, guys, we need to wrap this up. I gotta go.
Yeah. Well, that is the show, guys. I know you guys all made comments in there, but to be honest, the idea of this exercise was for the three of us to kind of go through our bracket. You guys let us know who you think will
save the bracket off so we could compare notes at the end of the cup and see how close we were.
Oh yeah, I will.
I reckon we should. I think we should probably do this again after the group stage ends, so we can have like just a prediction for what the actual thing's going to be like. The road to the final.
Yeah,
it'd be pretty close to. Pretty cool if we were close with the group stage wins.
Yeah. Look, hey.
But anyway, yeah, I got it.
Yeah, the group stage is going to be so interesting because with 12 groups. I actually think there'll be more draws in the group stage than there ever has been in the history of the competition. I think when it comes down to that second and third place, especially the teams who can qualify as third, they can be like, why do I need to go ahead and win? I think there'll be a lot of low blocks in this tournament.
I think 4 points, a win and a draw will guarantee you at least third all the way through. At least an advance as a third place team.
Yeah.
Yeah, a win basically puts you through. In this,
I think there will be teams that get one win that don't go through. There's gonna be 2 or 3 of them, but
in the top groups.
Yeah.
Anyway, that is a wrap on today's show. It is almost 12:30 a.m. for me and Cal. By the way, don't forget that we are still the champions of England. So while we all get distracted by the World Cup football, regardless of who wins the World Cup, Arsenal won the Premier League.
Do we have any Portuguese players? No, we don't.
No, we had Fabio Vieira, and
another reason to hate Portugal. Just
he's not.
there's
He's not in the
so many
squad.
reasons to hate Portugal. We have French players, we have English players, we have Brazilians, we have
But
Germans.
congratulations to William Saliba. You know, also World Cup champion according to Fire Them Cannons. So
There you go.
there you go.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We are out of here. World Cup starts again in about 4.5 hours from now. I believe.
Yeah, it sure does.
Mexico against South Africa. Full disclosure, I ain't watching that. To be honest,
How are you not going to watch the opening game of the? I'm definitely watching in the opening game.
I was going to watch it, but I wasn't planning to be awake right now.
I'm just not
because it'll be 5 a.m. for you guys. Yeah, that makes sense.
Right,
no, I understand. It'll be the middle of the afternoon for me. It'll be like watching the Champions League game for me. It's perfect. It's at 3:00 for me.
Problem is the game's not on Stan. It's on freaking
SBS on demand.
SBS. So like, how do I go back and rewatch the game on demand? Didn't think about that. Unless they have an app. Do they have an app? I don't know.
Do you guys have access to Peacock in Australia? Does NBC exist in Australia?
No.
Yeah, never mind that.
No.
Is Setanta showing the World Cup?
We don't have Setanta supposed to.
Yeah, look, we've got it on free to air TV. We got it on free to air TV, Jake. It's only about the on demand things because it, honestly, Stan for me is like the best fucking platform. You get everything on demand, and it's like I'm spoiled. Yeah. So that's literally rich people problems. Anyway,
but like if you could find the games if you really need to. But dude, I really need to.
Yeah. All right, guys, we are all out of here, guys. Enjoy the World Cup, guys. We'll be trying to be back. Jake, I know you're in a great time zone in terms of the World Cup. You'll be awake after the games, won't you? So.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Yeah.
We'll see. Maybe after South Korea against Czech, if that's a banger. Well, we'll see. I do have to work tomorrow, so we'll see. But we'll be doing shows throughout the tournament, just sporadically. Definitely, if there's a really, really good game,
you're gonna have to fit them in. So make sure you got that notification bell on, so you know when we're live, because it's gonna be different. We're not sure what the schedule will be because of the games are in weird times. So yeah. So just make sure the notification bell's on. Make sure you're liking and subscribing, people.
All right, guys. We're out of here, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that. It was 3 hours of full, comprehensive coverage of the World Cup. We went through 26 players. And I think it was good. I think all three of our lists were so different. It's good. But they're all better than First Things First list. That's for sure.
Which wasn't a high bar.
No, it was not.
All right, guys. We're out of here.